rocking with the hottest boxing podcast in the land with your host, Coach Malachi Williams.
True.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up, family? This is our boy, Coach Malachi, in the building. We back. Too many podcasts. We are back. Make sure y'all can hear me. I sound pretty good. Y'all give me a thumbs up if I sound all right. Let me know how I sound on the microphone. Y'all give me a thumbs up if I sound good. Let me know. I just listened to a little bit of it on the on TV. So hold on, wait a minute. I don't have that on there. Y'all bear with me one moment. Okay, cool. Did I put that on there? All right, cool. I'm good. Everything Gucci. Yeah, shout out to everybody, man. Hell of a weekend. You know, I guess everyone know right now, the hottest thing on YouTube, on social media right now, on every platform, whether it's Charlemagne the God, everything all the different podcasts that I've been coming across my timeline that's been on this, all the hip hop blogs, CMZ, whatever has been talking about this incident, right? And I got a whole lot to say. However, there's things that I can't say, and reason being is because and I covered a lot of stuff yesterday when I went live. When I was still in Omaha at Bud's house. I touched on it, but I was feeling kind of sick. You guys know I was congested and my nose kept. I'm still kind of sick right now. So I'm gonna do my best to try to get through this. And I'm gonna, answer some questions that people may, have a lot of questions for, right? As it relate to, my good brother Terence Crawford and my good brother Qasim. Y'all don't know who he is, but you probably know his face. Qasim Shabbazz is Terence Buzz Crawford's security guy. That's my main man, him and Bud, and good brother. He's a big brother as well. That brother is 6'5", 260. So I'm gonna tell you why I'm mentioning that in the beginning of this podcast. So you'll give it some context on what happened. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna read the police report, the official police, not police report, but the official police statement. Then we're gonna look at the mayor's statement. I've been advised, not by Terence Crawford, but I've been advised by, and not by anyone from his family, but I've been advised by, how can I word this without mentioning their names? I've been advised by someone who works on the best behalf for Crawford. I'll just say that. Wasn't the attorney, but I just say that. Who works on his best behalf of Crawford, that advised me not to give up too much information because this is currently an ongoing investigation. You get what I'm saying? And some higher ups are involved in this situation. So, attorneys, internal affairs, stuff like that. Not me personally. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Me personally, goddamn it. If you listen to my yesterday's live show, I pretty much told it, but I didn't tell it the way I'm going to tell it today. Because today I want to elaborate on some things and flesh out some things, right? When you read the report, they said it was 4 people in the car. I was one of the 4 people that was in the car. Of course, person number 1 was, pound number 1 fighter in the world, Terence Crawford. Person number 2 was his right-hand man, his head of his security, Qasim. Shout out to my brother, both of my brothers. Person number 3 was a young lady, I'm not going to mention her name, friend of the family. And person number 4 was me. So I give everybody, I explain everything to the best of my ability, what happened, what transpired, how I felt in this situation. And I don't want to say anything that's going to, matter of fact, hold on. I don't want to say anything out of pocket. Hold on. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Cause y'all know me. I'm not the one to mince my words, and I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm not the one to mince my words and buck dance and chicken George and the ham bone and knee slap. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna tell it like a TI is. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell it like a TI is. Now I am gonna talk about how I felt. How I felt at that moment. What was going through my mind. You get what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody from no side representing me. Nobody from no side representing me. I'm representing my goddamn self. So since I'm representing my goddamn self, I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna let the chips fall where they may. Now, as I said before, certain things I can't say, because I've been advised not to say it, and because of it's been investigated, and I don't want to say anything that's going to that the media, different podcasters, different YouTube channels in boxing and outside of boxing can take and run with and oh yeah, man, well he said this and that and yada yada. I don't want to do that. You get what I'm saying? Because I do this shit every day. I know how this shit go. You know what I mean? You got motherfuckers who hate Bud, who gonna say this A, B, C, and D. They gonna continue to hate doing what they think. Then you got people who love them, right? But I want to present this in a way to try to speak for North Omaha, Nebraska, because North Omaha, Nebraska is where the black folks live at. And on the south Omaha is where it has a huge, I think that's where all the Mexican population is at. And then everywhere else is, white, right? So I want to present this in a way to where just the average everyday person in North Omaha who go through this all the time, but they don't get no podcast talking about them. There is no podcast talking about them. There is no attorneys or internal affairs talking about them. There's no mayor talking about them. And shout out to the mayor. Shout out to the mayor of Omaha. He's the first black mayor. I think. I'm not sure, but I think he's the first black mayor of Omaha. I really don't know what that means, but he's the first black mayor of Omaha. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to that brother, man. I met him. He's a really, really nice guy. The mayor's really, really cool. He's a cool mayor, man. He's a cool guy. You get what I'm saying? He really is, man. And shout out to the brother. I met him at the press conference prior to the parade for Bud. Let's give everybody that's here a round of applause. Hold on. What this nigga said? Hey, you know what? Moderators. If a nigga in the chat getting out of pocket, I see anybody trolling in the chat, we sending your ass to the block party. Telling you right now. And listen, any nigga want to troll and say some slick shit about this situation in the chat, block them. Send their ass to the block party. Go back to your mama house. You know what I mean? I mean that. I'm dead ass serious about that. Warn them, but if a nigga get out of pocket, want to troll, send his bitch ass back to his mama house. Because I'm dead serious today. Fuck any nigga don't like it. If you don't like what I'm going to say, unsubscribe and leave. I don't need you. I will replace you. I'm good at what I do. Facts. To this day. Anyways, I'm supposed to have the head of security, my good brother Shabazz, Qasim Shabbazz, will be on the show today. He's very busy, family man, but he's supposed to be on the show today. So let me just get right into it. The real story behind Terence Crawford's shocking Omaha Police stop. On September the 28th, Bud's birthday, yesterday, 1 in the morning, Terence Boyd on his birthday, as I said before, Terence Boyd Crawford was pulled over by the Omaha Police Department. There were 3 other people inside of the car, along with the driver, Bud Crawford. Qasim Shabbazz, who is the head of Bud Security, as well as myself and a young lady. I'm not going to mention her name. Don't want to mention her name at all. She was the one that recorded the little video that you guys see online. She was the one that recorded it. And I was in the backseat with her when she did it. I was looking at her when she did it. We were in the backseat of the car. I was on the backseat of the passenger side. The young lady was on the backseat of the driver's side who recorded it. As I said before, Qasim Shabbazz is the head of the security, Buzz Security. He was in the car as well. What's being reported by the OPD, and I'm only repeating what's being reported by the OPD in this particular quote right here. But what's being reported by the OPD does not tell the story of what led up to the officer pulling out a gun on Terence Crawford and ordering him to get out of the car. Let me repeat that. What's being reported, the official statement that's being reported by the OPD about what led up to the officer pulling a gun out on Terence Crawford and ordering him to get out of the car, it's not factual. Qasim Shabazz, who is the head of Buzz Security, as well as myself and a young lady, as I said before, we're in the back seat. Qasim Shabbazz he also had a gun pointed to his head by a second officer. A third officer also pulled up and pointed a gun to my head as well. According to the OPD's official statement, let me read what they said. Terence Boyd Crawford was pulled over at about 1:30 a.m. We was at this after party spot, not after party spot, but it was a celebration of Terence Boyd Crawford getting the key to the city and stuff like that. And anybody who was there know what this is. The place was called the Steelhouse Lounge. I was there at the Steelhouse Lounge when Bud beat Errol Spence 2 years ago. Nice spot, nice facility. When Terence Boyd Crawford got pulled over, we were leaving the Steelhouse Lounge. If you had this band on, that means you was in VIP upstairs. So yeah, we was leaving the spot, and about 1:30 a.m. officer pulled and stuff like that. While speaking with the driver, officer came up, while speaking, you know what I mean? As a matter of fact, hold on, what did he say? Hold on, I want to go back and get this right. According to the OPD's official statement, Terence Boyd Crawford was pulled over at 1:30 a.m. This is the statement. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed, I know who the officer is. He's 30 years old. While speaking with the driver, who was Bud Crawford, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. For safety, all 4 occupants were ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. Now, let me read this part one more time. While speaking with the driver, who was Terence Boyd Crawford, officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. Now, what I'm anxious to see is the police webcam footage. Oh, I can't wait till that come out. And the type of vehicle that we were driving in, that's Bud was driving in, is an electric car. Not a Tesla, but is another company that make electric cars like Tesla. And as you know, those type of cars do what? They record footage. So there's a lot that's going on right now. That's about as far as I can pretty much go with that. I'll let you guys put 2 and 2 together. Now, according to this report, the driver was later identified as Mr. Crawford upon verification of his driver's license and issued a citation for reckless driving. Now, oh, it's a whole lot of shit I want to say, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. One passenger, a member of Bud Crawford Security, which is my brother Qasim, was also found to be carrying a firearm. Why? Because he has a security business. Qasim is an activist within the community of North Omaha. He teaches classes. He has a nonprofit organization. He does a lot with the kids. Everybody in the city know this guy. The mayor know this guy. The city councilman know this guy. The police chief and everybody know who this guy is because he works hand in hand with them, and he teaches classes on how black males can and how black males can survive not getting killed while being pulled over by police officers, by the police. If you've never been to Omaha, you wouldn't understand. I'm hearing non-black people saying some dumb shit, not all, but saying some dumb shit. Oh man, well, you know, the police said they saw this on the ground, they saw the firearm on the floorboard, so you know the police got to protect themselves and all that shit there. Y'all running with shit these crackers put out. I ain't holding no punches today, and I'm not missing my words. I'm not going to say what I want to say because I was advised to tread light water, so I'm gonna try to tread light waters as much as possible. But I don't like the shit that went down. I don't like guns being pointed to people who I love faces. I thought the man was gonna die that night. What that video don't show is what led up to the officer pulling the firearm out. And the official statement on what led up to the officer pulling the firearm out is the total opposite of what happened. True. The total opposite of what happened. I can't wait till that camera footage come out. I really can't. But let me continue. Police have confirmed that all occupants are legally permitted to carry firearms. A supervisor and lieutenant responded to the scene at Mr. Crawford's request, end quote. Now, those are the facts. Because that part was the facts. Because there was only 2 firearms in the car. 4 people, 2 firearms. 2 people didn't have a firearm. And according to the police report, because I'm going about what the police report say, according to the police report, they're accurate in that. He say, look, man, you know, came to find out that, you know, Crawford was legally able to carry, the security was legally able to carry. That's it. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. What else I want to say? Said police confirmed that, this is the official report, police have confirmed that occupants are legally permitted to carry firearms. So for all you motherfuckers who saying, I'm hearing motherfuckers say, oh man, Terence Crawford, Bud, he ain't above the law. What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? He's not above the law. No one is saying that Terence Crawford is above the law. Nobody's above the law, but the police ain't above the law neither. True. You motherfuckers talking to know what the fuck they talking about. That's what really made me want to talk about this shit, because I'm seeing all these motherfuckers making videos and content about this shit, and they, you know, and they saying all, you know, you got some people that saying some good shit, but it's a couple I saw saying some just, you know, because and you know what, I'm not upset with those guys because they are only going off of the official police report, the official police statement. What I am here to tell you today, without getting too far into it, is that what that officer officially said, the reason why he pulled this gun out, is not true. True. It's not true. That motherfucker told a bullface. That's a lie. That's a lie. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. That's all I'm gonna say on that. The supervising lieutenant did respond at Terence Crawford's request, because Bud did say that, man, I don't even want to talk to you. I want to talk to your supervisor. That's what he said. So when they said the lieutenant and supervisor responded to the scene at Mr. Crawford's request, that is true. The officers had, this is me now. The officers had on body cam footage. They had on body cam. They had their body cam cameras on, right, of the incident. And it is of my belief that the footage will show that the officer's reasons for pulling a gun down, pulling a gun on Bud, is a damn lie. See, this is the oldest trick. The oldest trick in the book. Let me say this. Forget that incident. The oldest trick in the book is this. And I'm gonna tell you, young black men, something. I'm going there. I'm going there today. So if you don't want to hear this shit, just leave. Cause I'm going there today. I'm going there today. When police pull you over, do not give them a reason to shoot you. I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. See, you got people who don't have any interactions with the law and who may not understand what it's like to live in North Omaha, Nebraska. Because the people of North Omaha, Nebraska go through this every day. They go through this all the time. The only difference is there's no state representatives to come out and speak on their behalf. There's no attorney of affairs or special prosecutors to come out and speak on their behalf. Because they are not of the stature of a Terence Bud Crawford. So for me, this is bigger than Bud Crawford. What about all of those who go through this all the time there, but it gets swept under the rug? There's no media coverage. And then me being one of the guys who had a gun put in my goddamn face, you know, like, how the fuck am I supposed to feel about that? So, oh yeah, shout out to that officer who put the handcuffs on me very, very tight. Thank you for trying to loosen the handcuff off of me. I did give you the name of my podcast, True Media Podcast. More than likely, you're probably watching. However, the officers had on body cam footage in this incident. And I'm a firm believer that when that footage is shown or get released, if it ever gets released, that the official report that's put out, that why the officer drawed his gun, it'll be shown that that was a goddamn lie. As I said before, what's not being told is what led up to the officer pulling out his firearm and pointing it in Bud's face. Not only did they point the gun in Bud's face, but when the other officer pointed the gun at his security face. So I want you to imagine something. For all of you people who don't look like me. If you don't look like me and you don't understand people who look like me plight, let me draw a picture for you. Imagine you being in a vehicle with four of your relatives or your wife, kids, whatever. You get pulled over for whatever they say they pulled you over for. No problem, right? And just imagine, you know, some questions I mean, you know what? No, I ain't gonna say that. Just imagine just something that never should have escalated to the level it escalated to, all of a sudden get escalated, and you had nothing to do with why it got escalated from a inflammatory standpoint, from an excitement standpoint, or whatever. And a motherfucker pull a gun to your face. And let me pick it back to what I was saying about people who look like me who go through this. Just imagine getting pulled over. And when the police want to kill you, or they want to unalive you, the oldest trick in the book is this. Put your hands up where I can see it. Don't reach for the weapon. Don't reach for the weapon. This and that, this and that. Now, if you got a weapon in the car, that's, you know, a criminal or whatever, that may be something different. But when a motherfucker want to shoot you, the oldest trick is, you know, don't reach for the gun. Don't reach for the gun. Man, what the fuck are you talking about? Where this shit coming from? Do you get what I'm saying? And the average person in society, I'll be like, well, you know, man, the officer, man, they doing their job, dog. The officer, they just trying to go home to their families. They automatically take the position of the authority, the officers, because they can't relate to what it looked like. They can't relate to someone who looked like me. They can't relate to that. So everything the officer say is always the truth. And everything the nigga say is always a lie. But anyways, I digress. So what I want to tell my young brothers is this. When you get pulled over by the police, man, what I do, when I get pulled over by the, because I got PTSD when it comes to dealing with these motherfucking white folks. Police, we call them crackers where I'm from. So when you stop that car, what I do, I roll my window down, turn the car off, and I stick both of my hands out of the window. Why do I do that? Because in my mind, when this cracker pulled me over, he's looking for any reason to pull out his gun and shoot me. Nothing is going to happen to him. He's going to go back home to his lily white family, and my family going to have to cry and worry about what the fuck happened to me. I believe that in my mind wholeheartedly, especially after what I just experienced this weekend. So I'm going there today. If a nigga don't want to hear it, leave.
True.
Give a fuck?
True.
I don't give a fuck. I ain't your friend. I ain't your homie. Fuck you. Moderators, motherfucker get out of line in the chat, block them, send it back to their mammy house. They gonna create another account and come back over here anyways. That's what they gonna do. So that's what I do. When the police ask you questions, yes, sir. Remember, your job is to survive the encounter. That's your job, to survive the encounter. Because that police officer is looking for every reason to make sure that your ass is unalived. And I'm dead serious when I say that. So you as a thinking man have to understand the situation. It's a matter of survival. I don't give a fuck what a nigga say on YouTube. This shit ain't about no clicks. This shit ain't about no views. This shit ain't about no super chats. This shit ain't about none of that. I'm telling you to do your best to survive the encounter. Now, I got a brother that's going to come on who was in the car. Terence Crawford, head of his security. He does a training class on this. Again, I'm not throwing every officer in the barrel. And you hear this statement, oh man, you got some good cops and some bad cops. Well, where the fuck is the good cops? Because it's so funny, every time the bad cops act up, there's never a good cop that comes around and say, hey man, look here, man, to try to stop the bad cop. There's never a good cop that say, oh, wait a minute, man, you know, you can't throw all us in the same barrel. You got some good cops and bad cops. Well, how come you ain't never stopping the motherfucking bad cops? So miss me with that bullshit.
True.
Oh man, I don't want to hear that motherfucking bullshit about that good cop, bad cop shit. We always hear about the bad cops, but you don't never hear nothing about the good cops stopping the bad cop from doing some shit. Never. So if you ain't stopping the shit, then that means you are complacent. And if you are complacent in the shit, then there is no good cops. Because if the good cops is sitting back allowing the bad cop to do what they gonna motherfucking do, then guess what? Both of them in the same fucking boat. To this day. Literally. So miss me with that bullshit. And it could be a black officer as well. Because once the black officer put that uniform on, guess what? He has the mindset of the cracker. He got the mindset of the cracker. See, the term cracker, where I'm from in Florida, represents oppression. And I remember when I was in the teachings of Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, you know, when I was active in the nation, I'm not active in the nation anymore because I've moved on, but I bear witness to the truth. So what he was saying was, well, matter of fact, no, Malcolm X, Malik El Shabazz, RP to Malcolm X, he spoke about the term cracker represents oppression. Because back in the day when, you know, they used to hit you in the head with the whip and all that stuff there when black people were slaves in America, stuff like that, they hit you in the back with the whip made a cracking noise. So since the whip made a cracking noise, you know what I mean? They called they called the guy who cracked the whip the cracker, because the cracker was the one that was cracking the whip of oppression. The whip represents oppression. So that's why we adopted that term, them crackers. It's not to be disrespectful to all white people. It's just you have white people and then you have crackers. So when we use the term in Florida, them crackers, those crackers have a different meaning than it would someone else, because the cracker represents the oppressor. So just want to throw that out there. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I do. And I'm terrified when I get pulled, especially at night, because I have PTSD. Because in my mind, this motherfucker finna try to put a bullet in my head. A simple traffic stop where the average motherfucker just get a ticket and move on can turn real deadly. And everybody in society, for the most part, they always take the position of the police. They don't do nothing wrong and this and that. Well, it had to be something that nigger did. Oh, I'm Bob. Listen, Tom. Yes, honey. Yes, Sally. Oh my gosh, another black guy got killed. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Oh my, it's so sorry for them. You know what, man? It must have been something that nigger did. Honey. Yeah, I know, Tom. Yeah, you know what I mean. When the dude get killed, it ain't necessarily always something that the nigga did. Some cases it is. I will say that. Some cases it is now. Some cases it is. But, that's not always the case. I'm telling you, in this situation, there was something that happened. No, put it this way. In this situation, what was officially released about why that officer pulled that gun on Bud and what really happened. Hold on, y'all, hold on. Sorry about that. Anyways, yeah, back to what I was saying. What was said that report, see, that's what got me 38 hot. That's what got me mad. I'm like, man, I'm like, hold on, wait. Wait a minute, man. That ain't, wait. You know what? Oh, whew, Lord have mercy. Anyways, I can't wait till that footage come out. I can't wait till that footage come out. I can't wait till that footage come out. Now, as I said before, what's not being told is what led up to the second officer pulling out his firearm and pointing it at Bud's security head. Now, if you don't know anything about Qasim is a big guy. Big, this brother's 6'5", like 260 pounds. One of the nicest human beings you ever want to meet. When it comes to dealing with conflict resolution, this brother is great at dealing with conflict resolutions. And what he does in the community of North Omaha, Nebraska, of Omaha, Nebraska, especially the north side, what he does is phenomenal. I'm going to share you guys his information, how to get in contact with him, what he does in the city, and he got a nonprofit organization, and he do this shit for real. He boots on the ground. Solid brother. My guy. You get what I'm saying? He has a training class that he do strictly to teach people who look like me how to survive a police encounter. You can't make this shit up. True. And what's not being told is what led up to the third officer pointing the gun in my face. Imagine a motherfucker pointing a gun at you. I can speak for me. I speak for me. I ain't gonna say nothing about nobody, but I speak for me. There's a motherfucker pointing a gun in my face. My hand's already up. I'm terrified that Terence Crawford is finna get killed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sitting there, right? I'm like, damn, dog. I know this shit ain't finna go down like this. He just turned 38 an hour and a half ago. We in the stair house. Everybody happy, everybody celebrating. Earlier that day, we at the mayor's office. We looking out the window, Bud signing autographs, taking pictures. Prior to that, they had a little press conference, and I saw people from Fight Hub TV there. I think Marcos Vegas was there. I saw him. I ain't speak to him. He ain't see me. He ain't see me, but I saw him. I saw him there. You know, they did that, and they're like, how the fuck we got here? We went from that to here. And it's not the fact that he was pulled over. It's the fact that the escalation. It's like, I thought police officers was trained to try to diffuse the situation or try not to escalate, make something not a situation. Motherfucker knew who it was. This is the most famous, one of the most famous people in the world, but definitely the most famous person in Omaha, Nebraska. So you knew who the fuck he was. For all of those who say, yeah, ain't nobody above the law. I say, okay, but tell me what justified a gun being put in his face. For all you dumb motherfuckers who saying that. As though this man was just out acting recklessly and smoking motherfuckers and acting like he was John Wayne or Billy the Kid or something. The fuck you mean he ain't above the law? Already jumping to conclusions, assuming, oh, well, he did something nefarious and he made the man and do this and do that. I'm telling you what that cracker said in that police report was a goddamn lie. True. That's what I'm telling you. And I stand on that shit. And I tell that to anybody. Whether it's Trump, whether it's Biden, whether it's the mayor, the governor, the state senator, I tell anybody that shit. And I tell that crack in his goddamn face. Anyways, y'all want to unsubscribe, you can. It's finna get hot in the kitchen. You might want to leave. True. You might want to leave. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, this is the problem that goes on all the time in the city of Omaha, Nebraska. Boyd Crawford's situation is being highlighted because of his high-profile status. But what about all of the other brothers and sisters who have to live with this type of terror? Yes, I'm using the word terror. Who have to live with this type of terror on an everyday basis? What about them? There's no camera crews talking about them. The only reason we're talking about this situation is because of who it was. Or because of who it is. You get what I'm saying? I want to shed light on that. As for me, I personally was in fear of Terence Crawford's life. Because I saw the look in that man. I saw the look in that cracker's eyes. And although I couldn't see Bud's face, because I was sitting counter corner behind him, but he was pretty much damn near, he was unpleased. We'll just say that. And the security was unpleased. So they got their hands up. I got my hands up. The other person got their hands up. What the fuck? Like, how this shit went from this to that so goddamn fast? So motherfucker tell you to put your hands up, unbuckle the seatbelt. Why they got a gun in your face? Well, if you telling me to put my hands up and you got a gun in my face and unbuckle the seatbelt, what's to make you say, so Bud, like, man, I ain't, no, oh Lord. Anyways, what's to make you, all right, let me go ahead and unbuckle my seatbelt. Man, this motherfucker got a gun drawn on me, man. No, I ain't finna do a motherfucking thing. Because if I reach down, because this is what I told the officer who put the gun in my head. No, man. See, when that footage come out, oh, Lord, please let that footage come out. But yeah, I'm like, no, man, I ain't. You know, goddamn, bro. If I reach for this seatbelt, goddamn, you gonna shoot me thinking that I'm reaching for something. It's the oldest trick in the book. Put your hands up, point the gun in your face, open the door, and get out of the car slowly. So if I'm ready to put my hand down to open the door, follow your instructions, after you told me to keep my hands up, and obviously you saying you pulled the gun on me because you're in fear of your life, what's to stop you from shooting me for me complying with your instructions? What's to stop you from doing that? So I told the cracker, look, man, no. It's okay. Do it slowly. Nah, I'm good. I'm good, baby boy. Nah, man. Set up. True. Nah, that's old tricking nigga out of his life. That's old tricking nigga out of his life thing. You know, draw the gun on him. I told the nigga to unbuckle the seatbelt. He moved too fast. He made a sudden move. I drew the gun because I was in fear of my life. I thought he was reaching for a weapon. While at the same time, you was the main reason why I was reaching down to unbuckle the seatbelt. Anyways, so I think I covered that part. Y'all can just read in between the lines on the other shit. I don't want to say too much. But I swear to God, bro. I thought that man was gonna die that night, bro. I thought that man was gonna die that night, and I thought Shabazz was gonna die that night. I thought I was gonna witness a murder. It was that terrifying. I swear, I promise you it was that terrifying. That's why it's so important for y'all to know what led up to him pulling out the firearm. That's where the truth lies, right there. And that's all I can say on that. I was in fear for Qasim's life. Man just got married, got a baby, beautiful wife, and he's one of the nicest people in the world, bro. And his sole purpose is to protect Bud. That's it. I mean, as it relates to being around Bud. And this brother does a lot with the kids. He does a lot with the community, fam. And just imagine a police officer pulling over. You got the pound for pound, dark-skinned, jet black brother from Omaha, Nebraska, with a gun pointed at his face. His security is 6'5", 260 pounds. So this is a big black man. You know the police officer. That was a big black man. He was big. It's a crime to be big. Hold on. Hello? I'm on live right now. All right. So I feel bad for a big nigga. You a big nigga? Nigga like me, I ain't that big, so you know what I mean. But you a big black dude. I really feel bad for you because you automatically a threat. Just by your sheer size alone. By your sheer size, you a threat. By your sheer size alone. This nigga was big. You know, big nigga, but he got a bulletproof vest on and his security, you know what I mean? So, you know, anyway, I'm like, I had to look at that. I had to look at that shit from a different perspective. I was like, damn, but I just feel bad for the big niggas. You get what I'm saying? And there was a lot of people. It was a lot of people that was outside as well. I'm not gonna say who was outside, but it was a lot of people. It was people outside, and they stood 10 toes down. They stood 10 toes down. Oh, this is one bitch. I gotta mention this whore's name. Not her name, but I gotta mention this bitch. There was a female officer that was on the scene from Russia. And so I asked the police officer, I said, man, listen, I got small wrists, bro. So I said, you got the handcuffs on too tight and it's cutting in my bone. Is there any, I was very nice. I said, officer, is there any way you can loosen up the handcuff? Because it's cutting on my bone. I said it the first time, he didn't really say much. And I asked him again. So this female officer, she's standing right there. I say, look, man, I'm not going to run, bro. I just want you just to loosen it up. This bitch say, that's what they all say. They not gonna run. Like, man, look, what the fuck you mean? That's what they all say. I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to him. Man, bro, it took, bro, I want to cuss this bitch out so bad, bro. But it's about what? Surviving the encounter. So when you surviving an encounter, it's your job to try your best to make sure that you get back home safe to your family. Anything you say can be deemed as a threat to get killed. Anything you do can be deemed as a threat to get killed. So understand that. Police officers are trained to kill. That's it. Just understand that. As I said before, I cannot speak for anyone else's experience because I don't know what it's like. I don't know what it feels like to be white. I don't know what it feels like to be Asian. I don't know what it feels like to be Hispanic or Asian or white or Caucasian or whatever. But I do know what it feels like to be me. I understand that very well. For 51 years, I have an understanding of that. So I can't relate to anyone else who don't look like me because everybody else have different experiences. I can't say, no, I take that back. I can't say I can't relate. I'm saying I don't know what it feels like to be anything other than me, to be anything other than my tribe. I don't know what it feels like. I can relate and have sympathy for your situation, but I don't know what it feels like to be you. When you are in an encounter with the police officer. So I just want to throw that at her because I want to try to be as respectful as I can. But at the same time, it is what it is. I just got to call a spade on this. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was scared for that brother, man. I was scared for both of those brothers in the front seat. And then I got scared for me when the motherfucker drew down on me. I'm like, shh. And then the sister. I'm like, man, god damn, bro. So the thing is, do whatever you can to try to survive the encounter. Yeah, you can get mad, talk shit, whatever the case may be. But it ain't gonna end well. It never ends well. Because this guy on 10, and he's looking for any reason to put your ass on the news. Because ain't shit gonna happen to him. Nothing. I laugh when I hear, well, I'm just throwing this out. I laugh when I hear, the police say, well, we're investigating right now. Oh, so you're going to investigate yourself. It's like the wolf saying, well, I saw that the 3 little pigs got eaten up by a wolf. Yes, sir, Mr. Wolf, you got eaten up by a wolf. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to investigate the other wolves just to get to the bottom of it to make sure that, that the wolf was in compliance when he ate the 3 little pigs. Oh, so y'all going to investigate yourselves. True. Nigga, please. We've come to the conclusion that, hey, well, nothing really happened. Of course you came to that conclusion, fam. I'm not saying that that's going to be the case in this situation, but I'm just painting a picture. I'm just painting a picture. That's all I'm saying. I was in fear for my brother's life. And as I said before, I was dead sure in fear of my life. When white police officers pull guns to your face and tell you to unbuckle your seatbelt, it's the scariest shit in the world. Why? Because at that point, there is something called a justifiable homicide. The police officer orders you to do something, you do it. And then bang, bang, bang. The official report will be, I thought that Coach Malachi or Bud Crawford or Qasim Shabbazz or the young lady that was out in the car or anyone else in any city in America, I can't speak for around the world, but any city in America, whatever the case may be, that black man was reaching for a gun. That's what I thought. Qasim Shabazz will be on the show today to explain who he is in relation to Bud Crawford and what does the city on what he does for the city of Omaha, as well as what happened from his perspective. I don't know how much he can get into it. As I said before, I received a call basically I received a call just basically not to say what I want to say because it's currently being investigated. So you got lawyers involved. You have internal affairs involved. You have the mayor involved. You have you get what I'm saying? Because this is a high profile guy. So, when you got all that involved, you can just imagine. So this, politics is involved and stuff like that. And you get what I'm saying? So, I don't, it is what it is. But as a disclaimer, I'm going to read this again. As a disclaimer, I have been advised not to go into the full story, of what happened as it relates to Bud by a member of someone from his media team. Why? Because there's an ongoing legal investigation as we speak. The mayor, internal affairs, lawyers, and some powerful people are involved in this. However, guns were pulled on me as well. And I have to represent for myself in this situation because no one is representing me but me. And as well as those in North Omaha who deal with this on a daily basis. However, I can't talk about what happened to me and Qasim from what I saw. And the young lady who was in the car. To say that I was afraid is an understatement. I was scared in the motherfucker. Not gonna lie. Not gonna sit here and tell y'all that, yeah, I was on some G shit. Like, yeah, man, nigga, fuck that. Nigga, what y'all gonna do? It wasn't none of that. I was afraid for Bud. That's what I was first afraid for. And then when the gun got drawn on Qasim, I was afraid for him. Because in my mind, this shit finna go down. And it didn't have to get like this. Then, of course, I was afraid for me because the motherfucker put the gun on me. So I'm looking at this motherfucker. I'm looking at the barrel of a gun. And you know how they had their finger on by their trigger and stuff like that. Get out of the car. Open it. No, I ain't opening no door, dog. No, I'm good. I ain't opening no door. I'm good. All right, reach down and pull the seatbelt out. No, I'm good, dog. I'm good. No, I'm good. That's the oldest trick in the book, fam. Reach down and pull the gun out. Bang, bang, bang. The nigga was reaching for something.
True.
Nah. Oldest trick in the book. Now, eventually I did, unbuckle my seatbelt. With my left hand, with my right hand was in the air, my left hand was going down real slow. All right, now look, man, I'm okay, I'm going down. I'm not reaching for no gun now. I'm not reaching for nothing, bro. All right, I'm doing what you told me to do. Clicked it. All right, cool. Then he pulled it from around my arm, got out of the car. He put the gun up, I guess, and he cuffed me. Sat me in front of the police car. And, the rest, again, no one has reached out to me from Bud's legal team or nothing like that, but the media people reached out to me. So it is what it is. But we'll see. As I said before, I hope that body cam footage gets released. I hope that get released. That's so that the people can see exactly what happened and what was said from the point, what was said from the beginning of the altercation. Today's show was sponsored by Foster's Barbershop. My barbershop that I go to is an exclusive barbershop right here in the city of Tampa. If you're in the city of Tampa, download the app Booksy, that's BOOKSY, and look up Foster's Barbershop. Foster's Barbershop is an exclusive barbershop, a high-end barbershop. A lot of celebrities go to this barbershop, and the address is below 1923 West Main Street, West Tampa, Florida, 33607. Download the app Booksy to book an appointment. Let them know that Coach Malachi sent you, and you will receive a 10% discount. You don't have to worry about waiting in line. You don't have to worry about your appointment not being honored. The time that you book will be the time that you sit down in the chair, and you will be taken care of and got out and going about your way in a timely fashion. Let's give Foster's Barbershop our sponsor a round of applause. we gonna get right to it. Hold on. We'll get right to it. Let me see what's up. Y'all bear with me one moment. Let me see. Hold on. Y'all bear with me. All right, sorry about that, guys. That was Qasim Shabbazz, Buzz head of his security. He won't be able to come on today. He was in the if you go on my Facebook page, I tagged him, he tagged me, he let everybody know that he was going to be on the show, but something came up. He's meeting with he got a meeting with some pretty big people. I think what he said, no, he has a meeting with the deputy chief of Omaha, Nebraska Police Department or something like that. So he has a meeting with them. He won't be able to come on. I definitely wanted him to come on because I wanted you just to hear what he had to say. But he made a commitment to me that he would be on tomorrow. So tomorrow, he's not doing any more interviews. He's done enough already for the day, but he's going to come on and do one here. You know, he's going to do one here, and then that's going to be it. So sorry about that, y'all. You know, y'all know me. I don't cap. I ain't make this shit up. He was coming on. I know the brother very well. This is my guy. This is who I was just on the phone with. But something came up, so I apologize. But shout out to Shabazz. All right, so let's look at this, and then I'll drop the phone lines. Let's look at this. I'll drop the phone lines. You guys tell me, what do you think? Let me go here. So I'm reading the official statement from the mayor. Shout out to the mayor of North Omaha. See, let me tell you something, right? Examples got to be made. Examples got to be made, right? Let me share this. Let me share this with you. Okay, I want to make sure I'm not showing any information that don't need to be shown on here. All right, let's go. All right, this is the official statement from the mayor. September 28, 2025, Mayor John W. Ewing Jr. statement on Crawford's traffic stop. This is from the mayor. I learned Omaha Police pulled over Terence Crawford on a traffic stop downtown early this morning. After learning of this, I spoke personally to Bud Crawford. I acknowledge the seriousness of what occurred and how trust between law enforcement and our community is important and shows the need to be continuously vigilant about building relationships. Omaha Police Chief Todd Smatterer, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, SCHMADERER, has pledged an internal investigation. Police are investigating themselves, which I support, and I want to be full and thorough. We will gather all of the facts and be transparent with the public about our findings. I hope so, Mayor. Understand that my heart dropped in learning of this, pretty much learning of this into an otherwise wonderful day and evening celebrating our city's boxing world champion, right? We held a great parade and a great event at Heartland of American Park. This evening birthday party at the Steel House. This is the Steel House. Hold on, sorry about that. If you've been there, if you got one of these, you was in the VIP. I don't know why I kept that shit. I'm not supposed to do that shit away. But for some reason, I forgot when I packed my bags. On my way back to the airport, I kept it. I don't even know why. Because I don't even have the last one when I was there. But the mayor said to understand that my heart dropped in learning of this end to an otherwise wonderful day and evening celebrating our city's world boxing champion. We held a great parade at the Heartland Park of America, Heartland of America Park. The evening birthday party at the Steel House, which I and members of my team attended. The mayor was there at the Steel House with Bud Crawford, with who was that? Who was there? Clarissa Shields was there. Shakur Stevenson was there. Shout out to Amari Hardwick. Man, one of the nicest people you ever want to meet. You guys know him as Ghost on Power. Shout out to that brother, man. He was there. It was a bunch of people there. Akin Barak was there. Shout out to them. Akin Barak. Hold on. Finna get these niggas a public announcement right now. Akin Barak, y'all owe me a favor. Next time I see y'all, because they beat me in they beat us in spades. They went to talking shit. I got that nigga. I'm from Brooklyn and all this shit there. So, I listen, I'm real good at spades, but they beat us. They talked a lot of shit. I was like, man, so y'all owe me a fade on that. On the spade table. On the spade table. So next time I see them, we gotta run that back. Anyways, so the mayor was there. He said, which I was a member of and my team attended, was a showing of joy and pride. Yes, it was. It was a beautiful event. Omaha needs to remember this important day as a good one while we seek answers to how it ended. Meanwhile, we must ensure that every resident, no matter who they are, feels safe and respected in Omaha. Good luck with that, sir. Good luck with that. Let's read the police official statement. The police official statement says, and I quote, matter of fact, let's do this. Pull this up a little bit more. The police official statement says, and I quote, it says Omaha Police Department, Mayor Ewing, Chief Schottenmeyer, or whatever his name is, order review of traffic stop involving Terence Crawford. And it says right here, Omaha Mayor John Ewing and Police Chief Todd Schottenmeyer, or whatever, Schottenmeyer, we're just going to say Todd. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm killing his last name. Are aware of a video circulating on social media regarding a traffic stop involving Terence Crawford early Sunday morning. Chief Todd has authorized an internal affairs investigation. Shortly before 1:30 a.m., officers working in the downtown area observed a vehicle driving recklessly near North 12th and Capitol Avenue, which is right down the street from the Steel House. A traffic stop was conducted at Cass Street. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floor. Whoo! True. See, Lord. This is the bold-faced lie. This is where the lie come in at, but I digress. For safety, all 4 occupants were ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. The driver was later identified as Mr. Crawford upon verification of his driver's license and was issued a citation for reckless driving. One passenger, a member of Mr. Crawford's security team, who I just spoke to on the phone, was also found to be carrying a legal firearm. Police have confirmed that all of the occupants are legally permitted to carry firearms. A police supervisor and lieutenant responded to the scene at Mr. Crawford's request. All right, let's see. Is there anything else I want to show y'all? Might be something else I want to show y'all before I drop these phone lines. Okay. Yeah, I showed y'all this. This is video footage that I uploaded earlier that day when we were meeting with the mayor. When Bud Crawford was meeting with the mayor, him and his security and his team.
I didn't know who you was.
That's the mayor. Look at the mayor right here. Woman of West.
I read sports every day.
Hey, that's the mayor right there coming up. I just walked out. I uploaded this video. Bud got several members of the security team. You know, several members of the, you know, got several camera people. That's the other camera guy, Matt. That's Matt right there. Shout out to Matt.
Yeah, you know.
So we
Not as good a shape as you are, but I tried for an old guy.
The brother right here. He's the black mayor of Omaha. So y'all probably already seen this already. Yeah. What else? That's what happened earlier. And then, of course, you know, this here he was. Hey, this is my and here he was. I show reality. Right there. You know, he was over there with the people. Then he started right here. We're looking out the window. This is where the parade was going down at. That's earlier that day. This is Bud signing autograph. You know, we're autographing artwork and stuff like that. The music in the background. You know what I mean? Great night. I mean, it was great. Great energy. Everybody was happy, bro. Like, it was a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Then, of course, if you know, rolled into 12 o'clock. This and that. You know, yada yada yada. You know, we all rode we all rode there together. You know, yeah, we all rode there together. It was nice, man. Like, everybody was happy. His sisters was happy. His mom, his dad. You know, his aunts, his just his family and stuff like that. And what I can tell y'all about Bud is this: Bud is famous, but he's not a celebrity. And I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. Bud is an average, everyday guy. He has a job and he's great at what he does. He's a world-class boxer. Bud don't act bougie. I'm rich. I'm better than you niggas. Anybody who know Bud Crawford, they would tell you the way he treat Andre Ward is the way he gonna treat the bum on the street, or is the way he gonna treat the regular average everyday Omaha, Nebraska person in the street. He don't be around other celebrities, other people who are rich and got money, and then look down on the least of these. He don't do that. That's why I don't understand why people didn't like him. I hate that nigga, boy. I'm like, for what? It ain't really nothing to hate, bro. Like, he a cool dude. He don't act bougie or sedity. Now, he may have people who told him, man, why you hang around? Why you know what? Yeah, you know what? As a matter of fact, yeah, I do. I think I kind of know this for a fact because I think we had a discussion on it. But it may be people who may have came up to him over the years who may say, yeah, man, why you got these niggas around you, and why you talking to them, and why you still living here in this city? It ain't shit here in Omaha, man. You don't outgrew this shit. You supposed to be this place, that place. But like, nah. You will see Bud Crawford in the grocery store. You will see him at Sam's, or you will see him shopping. Like, he's a regular, average, everyday guy. He's famous, but he's not a celebrity. Him beating Canelo Alvarez hasn't changed him one bit. Whether you like him or not is irrelevant to me. I give 25 fucks. But anybody from Omaha would tell you that. They'll tell you, because if I was capping, them Omaha niggas would check me. They ain't got no problem checking nobody. They would check me. Did you get what I'm saying? But he don't act like that, bro. Like, he a regular, average, everyday person. And some people have a problem with that. He's very approachable. He ain't got no fear in him. When he talk to you, he look you dead in your eyes and don't blink. It ain't but a couple of people I know do that. And guess what? His security Shabazz do the same thing. think that's an Omaha thing, because a lot of them niggas, my mom was like that. She'll talk to you and look you dead in your eyes and won't bat her eye not one time. It's like they're looking through you, or they're very in tune to the words that's coming out of your mouth. They're listening very well, observing you. You get what I'm saying? So that's the type of person he is. So anyways, and Qasim is like that as well. This is him. Oh yeah, Andre Ward, Shakur Stevenson, this Barack. Ak is on the other side, but you know, these niggas whooped us in spades. I'm still mad about that.
There goes Shakur.
They ain't paying me no attention, but this dude right here, I forgot this brother name, but this my guy right. I just met that brother. This brother right here, man, he cool as hell though. This brother partner.
Look here, man, y'all know.
That's Ak right there.
Ak and Barack.
You know what I mean? So niggas, man, shit. There was some shit talking that, some shit talking. I ain't gonna some shit talking that niggas. I ain't gonna lie, they talk a whole lot of shit. They do that. You get what I'm saying? But we was in the gym. We was in Buzz gym. So, anyways, yeah, I think that's all I wanted to show y'all. I'm gonna drop the phone lines, let y'all call in, and as I said before, nigga get out of line, invite his ass to the block party, send him back to his mammy house. We ain't taking no shit. So, anyways, I said what I had to say. I said all I could say because of the phone call I received. Not from Bud, but from someone in the media team. So, y'all try to read in between the lines, but I totally disagree with the part of the statement I'm only repeating what was said in the police statement. Officer said that, he noticed a firearm on the floorboard, according to the Omaha Police report. That's public information that everybody named mama is talking about. He said, that's what made him draw his gun. I know, I'm telling you, that's a goddamn lie. True. Phone lines open.
You want to talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. Yeah, man, phone lines open, man. 530-494-9636. Let me see. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, coach? It's Trey from Philly.
You say Jay or Trey?
Oh, Trey.
Trey. What's up, fam? What's up, Trey? Talk to me.
I'm sure alhamdulillah. Yo, first of all, I was gonna say, yo, I'm sorry, that you went through that from a black man to another black man. That's crazy. Like I said, I just, like everybody was in the chat, like God was with you and Chant to make sure, he watched over y'all. Like, I hope y'all get y'all justice. Like, I've been a victim of police brutality, and it doesn't feel good. They try to make you feel like less than a man. They wave that power. It's not a good feeling. Like I said, when you real talk, when you were spitting earlier, I was like, yo, real rap. Like I had like a little tear going down my eye. I was like, yo, that's crazy, bro. Cause I felt that joint, but I hope that, you just, you get your justice and, your blood justice come your way. I just hope that works out for you. You know what I mean?
Hey man, shout out to Trey. I appreciate you, brother, man. Thank you, fam. Shout out to Philly. Yeah, I just can't wait, let them do what they're gonna do, and once that information is released. As I said before, this goes on in North Omaha, Nebraska all the time. The only reason we're talking about this is because Terence Crawford is a high profile person. If he wasn't a high profile person, then we wouldn't even be having this conversation. And but so I want to bring light to what those brothers go through all the time in that city. But as I said before, there's no outcry for them. So Carla, hold on. So I want to be a voice to the voiceless. I want to be a voice to the voiceless. Like, nah, man, you know what I mean? Like, what about them other brothers? Thank God Bud didn't get shot, because I swear to God, I thought he was going to get shot. It ain't nothing in my mind that told me that wasn't going to happen. And then for Qasim as well. And then the motherfucker, I'm like, God damn, dude, the motherfucker pointed the gun. I was pointing the gun at me. I'm like, man, I got, man, I'm like, man, God damn, my nigga, like, are you for real? My hand up, fam. So. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, man, what it do, man? This is Freddie from East Oakland.
Fred from Oakland, you got 2 minutes. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. Oh, man, I don't know where to start, man. You know, man, I just thank God. I thank the Lord, man, that you guys made it home to your family, you know. And I just want to say, man, you know, the police be on some bullshit, though. I already know how it went down. Like when you talk about how they lied, talk about they seen the gun on the floor. You know, they probably had their guns out soon they got out the motherfucking car. You feel me? And it's just like how they did, man, how they killed Fidel Castro when he said, man, I got a gun on me, man, from the hell y'all my gun. And they gunned that brother down. Remember that Latino police did that? I think it was up in Miami. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, I just, man. Remember that shit though?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I mean, yeah. No, you know, was that Miami or Jacksonville? I don't know. I forgot what city it was, but you might be right.
Yeah, man, that shit hurts though, man. But I just thank the Lord that you guys made it, man. You know, but yeah, they are, man. I hope it's gonna be some consequences though behind this shit. Straight up though, man. Cause I'm mad at the motherfucker. And, you know, and that happened to me. But I just, man, you know what I mean? But Bud did too much for the community, man. You know, he put people in homes. He did a lot for the community out there, man. And they still treat him like he ain't shit. You feel me? They just, man, I don't know what to say about that shit. But I just thank God you guys made it though, Coach, man. For real. Just stay smooth, dog, hell, and stay blessed, man.
All right, salute, man. Shout out to Freddie, man. East Oakland, stand up. Yes, sir, brother. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was scared for my brother. I was scared for him, bro. I swear to God, I was scared for him, bro, because you know, that look that was in that cracker's eyes, man. The way he was looking, and y'all. That's why I say y'all gotta. The truth gonna come out. The truth is gonna come out about what led up to him pulling the firearm out. Because he didn't come to the car. The truth gonna come out with what led up to it. When that body cam footage come out and you get to hear everything, see, you just saw that little snippet that was recorded in the back seat from the sister that was sitting next to me. You just saw that, but that's what you really gonna find out. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie, talk to me. You got 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. Listen, man. This is a horrible experience. What happened to you guys? It's messed up, man. What happened, bro? But to be honest with you, I'm glad everybody in the vehicle went home. As for the police officer, you know, this is the perfect example when we have a scary police officer doing too much for no reason. I hope they fire his racist ass soon. And like I said, Coach, man, I'm glad everybody went home. And you know, there's nothing really bad happened. That's my call, man.
All right, salute, fam. Shout out to Jamie. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. But you know, if I say what I want to say, I say what I want to say, boy. Because one thing about me, listen, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you uncut and raw. But however, you know, as I said before, I did receive a phone call, you know, earlier, just basically saying, you know, hey man, you know, we, you know, a lot of things shaking up right now, so you know. Get what I'm saying? You know, a lot of things. Hold on. A lot of things shaking up right now. So, you know, we trying to get to the bottom of it right now. So, you know, try not to. You get what I'm saying? So, just try to read in between the lines, bro. What I'm trying to say, man. You know, that's the best I can do with trying to honor my word, what I told them, and then me telling what happened. You know, Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is just a guy, Omaha, Nebraska. 402 stand up, one love, hit the like button. Everybody in the chat, make sure y'all hit the like button.
Just a guy, you got 2 minutes on Omaha, Nebraska. Talk to me.
Yes, thank you for taking the call, Coach. So maybe, you know, now that we're here right now, we can all take this time to use this moment as a learning moment for us all to know what our Fourth Amendment rights are. And anybody can go to YouTube and Google, you know, what you should do when you get pulled over by the police. Like you said earlier, you put your hands out the window. I'm from Omaha. I tell my kids all the time when we're in Nebraska, if you get pulled over, put your hands out the window. And my daughter's been pulled over, and you know, she puts her hands out the windows, and the cops always say, "What are you doing? You don't have to do that." And she's like, "Well, my dad told me to do that because you shoot people, you shoot black people in Omaha, Nebraska. And I'm sure every city has a story where a black man has been shot by the police. It's definitely something that we know for sure in Omaha.
Yeah, and I will say this. I will say this. Shout out to Just a Guy, man. I appreciate you, fam, man. Thank you so much, brother, for calling and sharing your story with me. Thank you, brother. I will say this. All of that, well, yeah, we didn't know who he was. That's a goddamn lie. You know, so I come here, motherfucker, like, yeah, man, you know, he think because he a celebrity, he can do what he want to do. And I'm like, you, like, motherfuckers on the old outside looking in ass niggas who always got some bullshit to say about a serious situation. Motherfucker, what the fuck you mean he act like he above the law, he can do what he want to do? You have no idea what you talking about. Literally, you have no idea what you talking about. See, this is what I'm talking about. You can't relate to the motherfucker who look like us. So I already know you on the other side of the fence. And when you on the other side of the fence, you don't have no compassion for the situation because you automatically going to take the side of the white cops because you don't like the niggas, black people that you call niggas. So anytime there's a situation, even when the person is in the right as it relates to what led up to that particular moment, you will still, oh, well, you know, like this some fuck nigga over here saying some shit in my other chat. I blocked the nigga. He talking about something. Yeah, Terence Crawford don't know how to handle the spotlight. Oh, Carla, what's your name? You called from?
Martin from Oakland.
Martin, no, I'm from Oakland. You got 2 minutes. Talk to me.
Yeah, coach. As the father, my two oldest coach, they're part black. They might not be as dark as you, but they pretty goddamn close. So I got to worry about that shit. I got to worry about motherfuckers thinking, oh, black, got to be a criminal. Oh, Mexican, got to be an illegal. All that racial profiling shit, that's some fucked up shit, no matter who it's done to. Martin Luther King said it best. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And that's a fucked up thing that motherfuckers want to act like there's some isolated shit. It happens every motherfucking where. It's happening right now as we speak. But it just don't get enough of motherfucking attention because motherfuckers want to justify it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I done got my ass whooped when the motherfucking cop got shot. When it was, hey, green light on any motherfucker you pull over, you fucking them up. You know what I'm saying? I done been took to the motherfucking hills and got my ass whooped by cops. I got my ass whooped 3 times in one motherfucking day. These motherfucking cops don't fucking play.
3 times?
The only thing is everybody wants to act like it's an isolated incident. You would think that these motherfuckers would have been told, today we got the eyes of the world on us.
Yeah.
This motherfucking day, unless he's driving around with a severed motherfucking head, you better leave this man the fuck alone. And these motherfuckers were hoping and praying for a motherfucking excuse to harass that man. And they said, you know what? You just gave it to us. And that's the fucked up part about it, coach. That's the fucked up part about it. Because, coach, it could have been your son. It could have been my son. Unfortunately, you were there to see it all. And it's some bullshit. And it needs to fucking stop, coach. It needs to fucking stop. You know? Because by the grace of God, nothing happened. But what if, coach? What if? You get what I'm saying, coach? That's the part that pisses me the fuck off. I'm out, coach.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know, as you guys know, Terence Crawford don't drink or smoke or nothing of that sort. You know, so as I said before, you know, I was honestly, bro, in fear for that brother. I was in fear of that brother because to see that look, to see that look in that cop eyes and the way he held that gun up and the way he was pointing it down at him, and I'm like, bro, that's why I say the important part is the official story that was given. Video footage will show that it was the total opposite of that. So, you know, now what he said is what he said. But, nah. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is Damien from the Bronx.
Damien from the Bronx. You got 2 minutes. Talk to me.
Yes, sir. I'm glad you're all right, Coach. And as a long-time Bud fan, I've always feared for something like this to happen, man. He's a role model that they don't want to push forward. And real fans always felt that fear for him, you know what I mean? Because the good he does in the cities. And the timing of it was disrespectful, but he's going to bring some light to it because he's setting a trend of other upcoming young positive boxers coming up that's going to follow that positivity. And I'm glad you guys are okay, man. And I wish you guys the best.
All right, salute. Hey, man, shout out to Damien, man. The Bronx. Salute, brother. Let's get the super chats. Shout out to Yes Me. Dropping that $2 super chat. He say, speak on it, coach. Fuck him. Shout out to Ryan Frazier for becoming a member. Salute to you, fam. He say Boston Talk up north. Salute, fam. Shout out to Kevin. Dropping that half a dub.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. Hey, my brother say this is why we need to change the game. I'm from Omaha. We need our own people policing us. He said, but we are teaching our kids to be athletes and entertainment. We are behind enemy lines. Yes, sir. Shout out to Kevin. Shout out to Kevin, man. Omaha, stand up. Shout out to I am Cam Edwards. Dropping that quarter of a dub. Carla, hold on. He said Omaha police have already unalived 3 unarmed black men this year alone. They were trying to make Bud the 4th. Glad y'all made it home safe. Shout out to Cam. Salute to you, fam. Let's give the super chatters. Hit them with the Huggy Bear. Y'all know what it is.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Hold on. Look like we got a cash out. We have a cash out. Read this right quick. Shout out to Damon. Dropping that half a dub. He said keep representing for the people, coach. Yes, sir. I plan on it.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, I can't. Again, I care nothing about ruffling feathers. I care nothing about, if me telling the truth is ruffling feathers, then so motherfucking be it. Let's ruffle them. These motherfuckers ain't none of my friends anyways. I care nothing about their friendships, to be fair. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Killer Man calling from D.C.
Killer Man calling from D.C. You got 2 minutes. Talk to me.
Yeah, well, I finally called in. But yeah, man, you coach, we about the same age. We from the same era. I grew up in the 90s, man, where we was hunted by the police. I know you can't talk. I'm just going to say it. I think that was orchestrated. That's all I'm going to say. They seen Bud on that throne, and you know how them peoples do. They want to send a little message, and then, to show him he's sitting on the throne looking like a king. They want to send him a message that, we still running stuff. We in control. You know how they do. But that's my call. That's all I wanted to say, because it's like, coincidentally, it was Bud Crawford in the car. You mean to tell me you ain't know it was that man in the car? You know what I mean? And the way they went about it, this seemed real fishy. You know what I mean? And, it's fucked up. I lived through that. I grew up in that era where they was like literally stalking and hunting us. And it's just, they got a pattern, as soon as we get a role model, a real good role model, they always want to try to find something, but the man don't smoke or drink and he ain't involved in the bullshit, the satanic shit. They want to try to pull that down. That's why they hate the fact that he approachable and he not on that starstruck stuff, that celebrity stuff, real down to earth. And, and they just don't want to see him hot. You know how they do. But that's my call, man. Good show. Been watching you for a while. I'll be super busy, but I try to get in there. I'm Brown Diamonds as well on there. You see me in the chat sometime. Called from DC though, man. Love the show. And it is what it is.
All right, shout out to Killer Man, DC, stand up. Salute, fam. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, see, I want to shed light on, Carla, hold on. As I said before, this shit ain't about no clicks, likes, views. Ain't about none of that shit. I don't care about none of that shit. This is a serious matter right here, right? And I experienced it. The same gun that was drawn on Bud Crawford was drawn on the security, was drawn on me, as well as the young lady. So you get what I'm saying? So it's like, that shit could have went left real easy. So, you know, a motherfucker can't tell me how to feel when I see my brother, someone I consider family, and someone that consider me family, you know, getting a gun put to his face, and it looked like that a motherfucker finna blow his head off. You don't get a right to tell me how I should feel because you don't look like me. You don't get a right to do that. Did you get what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to miss me with that bullshit. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? My name's JD. I'm from North Omaha.
JD from North Omaha. Talk to me, brother.
I'm from North Omaha, so I made a petition this morning. I need everybody to go sign it. Matter of fact, I DM'd you on Instagram. You probably didn't see it.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
Yeah, I made a petition for Bud. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I'm a combat vet. I done served this country, all type of shit. Like I got a mixed biracial family. Like we can't let this slide. Like I need everybody in Omaha to go sign this petition, please. Like I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like if y'all love Bud, y'all gonna sign me. Like that shit was not okay. Like I did not serve this country for police officer to pull a gun on Bud for no reason, just for being black. Like I'm not going for it. Nobody should be going for this shit. This is unacceptable. And, I did call on Mayor John Ewing to this who this petition going to. So if everyone can sign this, I really appreciate it.
All right, so let me ask you this before you go. Did you ever put a petition for any other people in North Omaha who going through the same shit?
No, but like, I mean, I should, but like this, I can't let this slide. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I shouldn't be letting nothing slide, but this is especially like this is disrespect to the fullest. Like, I can't just sit back and let this happen. Yeah,
because the reason why I asked that is because what I want to do is, this is an unfortunate situation, but I want to use the situation to shed light on the voiceless. What about those who Bud is not he's famous, but he's not a celebrity. But they're not famous like Bud Crawford. You know, this shit going all the time. So not only that, but I just want you to, you know, as Jesus said, if you have not done these things unto the least of these, you have not done it unto me. So I just want to make sure that we can use this situation to not only shed light on what happened to Bud Crawford, his security, and myself, because we all got guns put on us. However, but I want to use it to shed light on the voiceless out there as well. So thank you so much, JD. North Omaha, stand up. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like that. Like it's a bigger picture. It's a bigger picture in this with me. Do you get what I'm saying? So I just want to throw that out there. That's all. Hold on. See, I ain't talking about what I heard. Carla, hold on. I'm not talking about what I heard. I heard something say this, and Pope Top Willis said that, and Shawty Big Nut said this, and Whole Can Cheese was talking about that. I ain't talking about what I heard. I was there. I was in the car. So you hearing primary information. You ain't hearing secondhand information. You hearing from a motherfucker who was right there. So in the car. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, Mo, what's good with you, Slim? I'm gonna piggyback off what my man said. You know, growing up in DC, man, that's just, I mean, and I'm not saying that, you know, what you didn't go through wasn't traumatic, but that's honestly, that's regular shit. That's regular work for us, man. Slim, I'm gonna tell you a quick story time. Like, so in high school, I had 3 cars in high school. 3 cars in high school. I went to private school. I used to get pulled over. Regardless of how young I was, I used to get pulled over every other day. It was so bad that my peoples had to go to the police stations and say, please stop pulling my son, my grandson over. Please. My father went down, my grandmother went down. And I just recently stopped getting keep in mind, this is just when I started in high school, all the way up until probably the last 7-8 years. I always used to get pulled over by the police. That's just what they fucking do around here. Mo, and I've had 12 to 15 failure to obeys and failure to what they also call the failure to obey and disorderly conduct. Out of the 15 that they hit me with, how many of them do you think that I actually did?
Probably 0.
Nah, I did 1 out of 15. Never got convicted on none of them. 15 failure to obey. You there and or either or. I'll admit I probably fucked up on one. But I've been getting harassed, man. It's out of control. And the problem with, I'm gonna wrap this up. The biggest problem with the police is it's a scam. These motherfuckers is scamming. You know transparency on all your athletes, how much money they make, but they don't have no transparency on these police officers. It's none. You don't know they don't know their arrest record. You don't know how much they gouge in the fucking government or fucking overtime. Y'all will be crazy. That's why. And I'm not an advocate for defunding the police, but I'm not an advocate for overpaying. When these motherfuckers lie to y'all, telling y'all that police officers ain't get money, them motherfuckers make too much money. That's the biggest problem. I'm telling you, all this shit is out of control. It's always been like that, and you cannot. And the way they get fucking promoted is the fucking promotion is internal affairs. So if I'm a police officer, do you think I'm gonna actually discipline the motherfuckers I was cool with, working with? Fuck no, it's a scam. That's why and you're right. One bad apple in the police bunch spoils the others because they all know who the bad cops are. Period. And how can a motherfucker work in Omaha and don't know who Bud is? That's crazy. He shouldn't even be a police officer.
No, he knew who he was.
All
right, salute, fam. Shout out to Ron Boy Fresh. Thank you, brother.
But you know he can't say that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. But I'm telling you some information. But salute, fam. Nah, the officer knew who Bud was. The officer knew who Bud was. It was two officers at first who came up and drew the guns. The one who put the gun on Bud, he's a 30-year-old white cop. The other officer, I don't know how old he is, but he knew who Bud was. When he came up, he saw who he was. He was like, damn. He knew. And then when the situation escalated, not because of Bud Crawford, but when the situation escalated, then that guy on the other end, he had to up his fire as well. So, it is what it is. Then the other guy came up, you know what I mean? So it's like, Carla, what's your name? You call it from?
Hey, what up, Coach? This is Coach Eddie from ATL.
Coach Eddie, ATL, talk to me, brother.
Salute, brother. Glad you're all right, brother. Glad Bud is okay. Seems like you got caught up in, a lot of times the offer, they want you to play a sick game with Simon Says, man. That's how they wind up popping a lot of these guys, man. They tell you to move over here, move over there. We done seen video after video. Offer, you got 15 officers shouting 15 different commands at you, and then you do the wrong thing. They say, you ain't here no more. So I was very glad that you and Bud came out all right. I like how Bud handled it. He didn't try to escalate it. He didn't try to use the star powers to get out of the situation. He complied 100%. That's all on video. So everything is working in your favor, man. At the end of the day, this is what I feel. I could be wrong. I feel like some of these officers are off on arresting celebrities. I'm thinking they was hoping that Bud, even though he don't drink, that they was hoping that night he was drunk. They was hoping that night they smelled something in the car. That way they could have pulled him over and got him with a DUI or something to go ahead and tarnish their image. Because they know they love arresting celebrities. So at the end of the day, Coach, I'm glad that y'all okay. I grew up in Douglas County, Georgia. It's a very racist town. The cops used to have the Confederate flag behind us in a Crown Victoria, and we already knew what time it was. They was boy, they was called us boy.
Shit, they got
all that stuff, man.
They got Confederate flags right here in Temple, in the city I live in, like flying high right here in this city. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. They boy didn't play. I mean, I grew up here, man. We actually had like race wars on every Friday, man. Even we had the guys would come with not the Confederate flag, but the rebel flag. On the back of their truck. We would meet at the McDonald's. Yeah. We would fight every Friday, blacks against the whites. So I'm very familiar with this stuff, man. So sometimes some of these police stations, they got these race soldiers and they in their midst, man. And at the end of the day, man, shout out to you guys. Y'all glad y'all handle it and glad y'all safe, man.
All right, salute, fam. Yeah, these motherfuckers right here in this city here, boy, they wear their flags proud in this motherfucker here. For real though. They're serious. If you driving down, hold on. If you driving down Highway 75, I think if you driving down I-75, heading north on 75, you're gonna see a big ass flag Yeah, if you heading north, you gonna see a big ass flag to your right, to your left. You're like, yeah, man, you know, that shit been there for years. Oh, caller, what's your name? You calling from?
Hey, my name is Tammy, and I'm from Omaha, Nebraska as well.
What your name is, Tammy?
Tammy, yep.
Okay, Tammy from Omaha. Talk to me. You from the north side?
Yep, I'm from the north side. I was calling because I wanted to shed more light on Qasim as well. Like, me and Qasim have worked in the community before prior to this, and he is an amazing person. Bud is an amazing person. And we have Qasim and his team, we have went to meetings together with officers to share how we feel about what's happening in the community, because it happens often. And what makes it even more painful is that the same very day this happened, the officers, it was some officers that were not convicted of killing a black man just across the intersection of Bud's street home. And it's really frustrating because we try our best to continue to advocate that we want to have some type of unity with the police, but what they do is they go out their way to antagonize us, to start a race war. You know, and it's really, really sad. But I want to thank you on behalf of myself and my community for using your platform to bring awareness to what's happening in our city, and I truly respect you for that and salute you for that.
Hey, you know what, Tammy, thank you so much for calling. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. North Omaha, stand up. I had to write a couple of things down. There was two things I wanted to say. I had to write a couple of things down. The officer who arrested me, well, not arrested me, but who put me in handcuffs, told me that, well, you know, that was a shooting. He was trying to play the good cop role, talking real nice to me. This the honest to God truth, bro. Officer talking to me, him and that old nasty ass fucking nasty ass motherfucking female officer from Russia. She was a Russian, she from Russia. And hold on. Yeah, I'll tell y'all about that situation. So he was like, yeah, that was a shooting earlier today. So, you know, we just got to take safety precautions. That's what he said. The officer who handcuffed me, right? You know, body cam should so that. And then I said, man, that's Bud Crawford, bro. You know, like, why he drawing a gun on Bud Crawford? I said, we just at the parade. He said, yeah, I know. I was at the parade. I worked the parade today. I know. I was there working the event when they had the parade for him and stuff like that. The officer who handcuffed me. Like I say, like they talk about all these goddamn good cops. And I'm like, man, where the fuck they at? Cause bro, anytime some bad shit happen, you don't hear nothing about the good cop stopping the bad cop. Like this, like just give me one story. I'm still looking for it. I'm not saying, I ain't saying there ain't no stories out there. I'm saying I don't see them, bro. I don't see him. Did nobody say, no other officer say, man, put your gun down, man. That's Terence Crawford, bro. Put your gun down. Why you drawing your gun? Wasn't none of that. It was he drew his gun, I'm finna draw my gun. So I miss me that good cop shit. Caller, what's your name you calling from?
It's Caleb. This blue wheelchair that was hollering at you at the top.
Hey, what's up, fam?
Man, what's up, family? Was this right after the his birthday party or right? Remember I poked you on the side because I didn't want to run your foot over.
Yeah.
Was it right before that or right after that?
It was right after that. Right after. Right, like you know when it ended, because you was at the you and your son was at the y'all was at the after hour spot, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep. I'm gonna tell your audience this. I don't know, because I'm from Indianapolis. I don't know what side of town I am. So now I'm catching Ubers everywhere. So I keep bringing up Bud's name. So ain't nobody responding. So I'm saying Terence Bud Crawford, the champion, the one beat Canelo. Ain't nobody responding. So I'm thinking, man, what's going on? So I'm like, well, maybe, make a long story short. Listen, man, I'm going through the airport. The first, I was supposed to leave out Sunday morning. We got there an hour earlier, but we was checking in a couple things. It was like, to check these in, you have to come in 2 hours early. So they redid our flight. And I was like, damn, I came to see Bud. I said, Bud, you know what? Bud's a humble dude. I'll do it again. This black lady said, nah, Bud ain't humble. And I thought she was being sarcastic. I said, man, he was humble when I was around him. And she just gave me this look. I'm like, you can see the hatred, man. And so we talking about the police. You can see it on black people too. So, okay, I have to leave today, coach.
I'm going through the airport. I got these tight ass Air Max, them green Air Maxes I had on. It's hard to put on.
I need you to summarize it for
okay.
me. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm coming through the airport. All these people coming through. I said, listen, man, I can't take. They tell me I got to take my shoe off. I said, well, I got to take my shoe off. They said, because we found some explosive powder on your shoes. I said, listen, man, if I take these shoes off, man, they're going to be hard to put on, man. All these people coming in through this motherfucker, man, I got to take my shoes off because maybe I think I had all the jewelry on and shit. And I was just, repping Bud. I'm saying all this to say this, y'all. Listen, it's a lot of people from Nebraska that don't like Bud. There's some Uber drivers that I was talking to that they didn't even acknowledge Bud when I was talking about him. Like, they didn't give him a time of day. And I was like, what the fuck going on? Somebody put on for this small ass city. But you got people that ain't gonna like you, people that don't like you. And I'm sorry you gotta go through that, coach. Y'all got a solid team, man. And thank God y'all still alive, my brother. That's all I want to say, man.
All right, shout out to Caleb. Salute, man.
Some people.
Shout out to Caleb. Yeah, y'all got to land that plane, fam. But yeah, we got a lot of people calling us. I want to let many people call. But shout out to Caleb, man. I met that brother, man. Salute to you, fam. So yeah, he's right about that. He is right. It is a lot of people in Omaha that don't like. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot, but it's a good number of people in Omaha that don't like Bud Crawford. Bud when Bud did a speech at his party, he said he gave love to a lot of people. He said, I want to give love to my people, even though a lot of y'all who giving me fake love now is real phony. You know what I mean? But that's okay. I got love for you too. And I had my main man, K-Town J, he's from, that's my guy. He from Omaha. And he was telling me about that. He said, man, on the real, it's a lot of people here that don't like Bud. They don't like him at all. They're talking about people who look like black folks. They don't like him. You get what I'm saying? And Carla, hold on. For the person who said Bud is not humble, that's a goddamn lie. Man, this dude walk around like he's everyday people, bro. He everyday people. He treat everybody, bro. He could be talking to Andre Ward. And you would think, well, man, that's Andre Ward. He a Hall of Famer. He rich. He a millionaire. I'm just a regular dude. He ain't gonna be paying attention to nobody like me. Bud, to see you. Hey, man, Bud, can I get a picture with you? Yeah, sure. He'll stop talking to Andre Ward, take a picture with you, talk to you for a little bit, and go right back to what he doing. So that's a goddamn lie. I've been around him. You get what I'm saying? That just old nigga that just old motherfucker just hating. You know what I mean? For no reason. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Ted from Dallas.
Ted from Dallas, talk to me. You got 2 minutes.
All right, Coach, man. I'm glad y'all made it to that situation, and I hope you break their ass down to the nickel when you sue them. Because, like I say, this shit got to stop one day. And then Bud always praising Nebraska, Omaha, giving them love, and then this shit happened. Unbelievable. And Coach, one thing I want to say, another thing you forgot to say is resist. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Now, damn, you already got 4 people on me. I am not resisting. Resisting. So put that in the comment too about how you can get caught up.
All right, salute, fam. Shout out to Ted. Dallas, stand up. Thank you, brother. Phone line's hot, man. I'm just trying to make sure I get everybody in. So I'm gonna limit the calls. I'm gonna limit the calls to 2 minutes. I'm not gonna cut y'all before 2 minutes, but I'm gonna limit the call to 2 minutes because I want everybody to, be able to get their voices heard. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Sheila. This is Sheila from Cali.
Sheila from Cali, talk to me.
Hey, I'm just so disgusted with this whole situation. I didn't even know that you were in the car. I mean, this hurts my heart. It really does. I'm trying not to get too emotional, but this is disgusting. The way that they do it, it just makes me so mad. I mean, to celebrate his day and then have on his birthday. I mean, this race soldier shit has got to stop. And I'm not trying to, I don't even want to go down that road, but I'm just tired of it. I mean, I've been pulled over as an average woman, a little 5'3" citizen. I'm FBA, so I get pulled over all the time for stupid stuff. And I know I haven't done anything. You know what I'm saying? I follow all the rules. I have my license, and it just makes me so angry. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know. I mean, I'm glad that you guys are okay. definitely. But I mean, to try to take this the shine away from his day on his birthday. I mean, they do it to us all the time. You know that. You know that. I mean, it happens to us every day. But it's just, I'm just so frustrated with this the way they treat us. It's just disgusting.
I'm listening, Sheeta from Cali. Thank you so much for calling the show. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Oh.
Cali, stand up. Yeah, what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to not talk about a situation because I don't want to offend people. I don't want to talk about it like that, man, because see, there's some good white folks out there that might be listening to me, or some good people who might be listening to me, and I don't want to offend nobody and say the wrong thing. Man, fuck that. One thing about me, I don't kiss nobody ass to be down with no motherfucking body. Listen, I ain't go to ass kissing school. I don't know how to do that shit. I'm gonna call it the way I see it. The only reason I haven't gone deeper into the elaboration is because if I received that phone call and I was advised, look, man, it's being investigated. So since it's being investigated, and then you know how the media is. The media takes shit and hold on. The media takes shit and try to twist it and all that stuff there. So let them do their investigation, see what they find out. But I'm telling you, all I'm saying is this here. The official reason, what's known to the public, what's been released to the public for why that officer said he pulled the gun out is a goddamn lie. I'm telling you, this motherfucker lied. It's a goddamn lie. That's what really got me mad, to be fair, I'll call it, what's your name, where you calling from?
Hey, this is G from North Omaha.
G from North Omaha, talk to me.
Hey, my man, I don't want to say it like this, but it got to be said. I'm sorry that it happened to you, but I'm glad it happened to y'all. But that way you could be able to put light on the situation. It's a lot of that shit that be going on around here, man. All the time they pulling black people over doing something, and then they lie about the little situation about what's going on. They put on the little cameras late, you know what I'm saying, and lie about other little shit that's going on. They constantly locking black people up, man. The reason why everything is going on downtown about the whole situation is for Bud Crawford. How you gonna pull the person over that everything is about? It's for him. This shit is crazy, man. But I'm sorry it happened to you, but I'm glad it happened to you. That way you can be able to understand and be able to put the light on the situation, my man. Peace and love, though, bro.
All right, salute, fam. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, fam. Yeah, to be fair, hold on. I don't know what part of the show my brother G from North Omaha heard, but yeah, I said in the beginning of the show, I've been through this numerous of times. When I was out there doing my thing, I've been through this numerous of times. So I got PTSD from shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So, and just if you was there to experience that, and if you listening to the show, I said earlier in the show, I say not only I know this is the only reason we're talking about this because it happened to one of the most famous people in the world, Terence Crawford. I say, but I want to use this situation not only to talk about Bud, but let's talk about the security. He had a gun pulled on him as well. I could talk about myself. I had a gun pulled on me as well. Talk about the young lady. I ain't gonna mention her name. She had a gun pulled on her as well. So I'm like, you get what I'm saying? So, I want that's what I'm talking about right there. And let's talk about the other people, the least of these, the average everyday citizen who walks around in North Omaha, where there's not going to be a press conference about them. There's not going to be any city councilman or and I'm not saying, I mean, people in North Omaha know more than I do, so maybe I'm overstepping my bounds on that. But what I'm saying is it's not going to be a wide outcry on a national scale and videos going viral and MREC TV talking about you, Vlad and Charlamagne the God and all these other big major platforms talking about you. That's not going to happen for the average everyday citizen. So I just want to use this to shed light on that. Caller, hold on, let me read the super chats. We got super chats, let me read it. Shout out to Phil. Dropping a half a dub. He said, Coach, I have been profiled in like way in Tacoma, Washington. Tacoma, similar to Omaha. My birthday is the same day as Bud's, and damn shame, black man, no matter what he achieves, cannot get no respect. Okay. Shout out to Mata King. being a member for 5 months, he say these cops love to dumb us down. Morals are needed. Shout out to Louis. Dropping a half a dub. He said they all talk down. He said they all talk down on you, insult your intelligence, violate your rights, then tell you to calm down if you get agitated. Then make it look like you're the one being difficult. Facts. Facts.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
The problem that I have is this: when motherfuckers who always see it the opposite way. The officer ain't never wrong. Whatever the crackers say, that's what happened. Oh, you heard me say that's what happened, fam. I'm like, dude, like, so these motherfuckers are devoid from lying? Like, come on, fam. Like, this what we doing? The police always right? Oh, it's just 1 or 2 bad apples for the overwhelming majority of the police officers are good. Bullshit. Why we don't never see no good cops stopping the bad cops? Give me one example of that. Yeah. And guess what? Sometimes the black police be worse than the white cops. Because you'll have black police officers, they trying to show Master Charlie, look here, Charlie, I ain't going to be taking it easy on that nigga because you look like me. Goddamn it, when I see him, I'm going to beat his ass to show you. Sometimes the black police is the worst goddamn police. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's Mike from Omaha, Nebraska.
Mike from Omaha, talk to me.
Yes, sir, man. I was walking through that motherfucker looking for you like crazy, bro. I was up there, down there, I did not see your ass there, man. I was like, they was in that motherfucker the whole damn time.
Yeah, I was there.
But one time, nobody said it, but the biggest blessing with it, and God worked in mysterious ways, bro, is the thing is y'all was with him, bro. Because it could have been crazy if y'all wasn't with him, man, with nobody, you know what I'm saying? And then you was in the car. What kind of crazy shit is that? We got an actual motherfucking somebody in the boxing world in that shit too. He can bring it to the fucking street, man. I just want to say God worked in mysterious ways, and it's a blessing that y'all was in there with him, for real. Because if y'all wasn't there, ain't no telling what could have happened. Shout out to you, Coach, man. I'm mad I missed you in the fucking city. I was looking for your ass in here, man. I could not see your ass, bro. That's crazy. Shout out to you, bro. Keep on your fucking days, man.
All right, salute, fam. Hey, yeah, I was there, bro. I was there. Shout out to Mike. Yeah, shout out to Mike from Omaha, man. Shout out to Mike from Omaha, man. I'm gonna tell y'all some real nice people that I met. Caller, hold on 1 second. Amari Hardwick. Y'all know him as Ghost. That's one of the nicest human beings you ever want to meet. Brother's nice as hell. Shakur Stevenson was nice. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shakur Stevenson was real nice. You get what I'm saying? We didn't really have no conversation, to be honest with you, but it was cool. Shakur was, we did speak. It was cordial, respectful, but yeah, Shakur cool, so it is what it is. Andre Ward, solid, bro. Andre Ward, real nice guy, solid. Them 3 dudes is ultra competitive. Them motherfuckers don't want to lose at nothing. I say Shakur don't want to lose to Bud. Bud don't want to lose to Ward. Ward don't want to lose to Shakur, and vice versa. And they compete at every goddamn thing. It's shit funny just sitting around them, watching them interact. I'm like, man, I say, I get it. I was talking to Andre Ward. I said, I get it now, bro. I said, I get why y'all fight the way y'all fight when you was a fighter in the ring, because you really hate losing that much. He say, that's how it should be. Yeah, like, I'm trying to, like these motherfuckers playing ping pong. They got a ping pong table on the middle of the basketball court. They playing ping pong. We playing spades. They playing like the motherfucker competing everything. Cornhole. It don't matter what it is. And it be, like I'll say, man, these motherfuckers here, man. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Corey from Texas.
Corey, talk to me.
Coach, was you living in Miami in 2016?
Yep.
Do you remember the brother who had both of his hands up and he was working with the mentally disabled kid and the cop shot him anyway?
Yeah.
Charles Kinsley?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, hands up in the air and still shot him anyway. I know he settled with the city for a bunch. But I want to focus on another aspect of this, Coach. Let me get out of here because it's only 2 minutes. I saw a lot of comments online where I've seen a lot of people, especially black people, saying, you're just another nigga or a nigger. And I'm going to tell black people this.
Stop calling yourself that. Stop subjecting yourself to that bullshit. Stop thinking that you're something that whatever somebody else got in their head about you, fuck what they got in their head about you. You're a Black American citizen and you live in the greatest country in the world. 400 years ago, people sent you over here, and now everybody want to move over this motherfucker because of what you passed, the civil rights, everything else. And that ain't no diss to nobody from no other ethnicity. Hold yourself high in the air and stop going off of what somebody else calls you. You don't see Chinese people calling themselves the C word when they get pulled over. You don't see Puerto Rican people calling themselves the S word when they get pulled over. And you don't see Mexican people saying that you're just another W word. I ain't going to say none of those disrespectful words on your show because I respect all people. But Black people, hold yourself high. Stop saying you're just another nigga or nigga. All right? No, you're not. You're a Black American citizen. Your family fought in every war in this damn country, even a Revolutionary War. I'm sick and tired of that shit. You better than that. And that's really all I got to say, Coach. I'm tired of us going downhill. You know, Omaha, Nebraska, you got Terence Crawford, and you got El Hajj Malik Shabazz, the great Malcolm X. Salute, Coach.
Salute. Hey, man, shout out to my brother, H-Town Down, Urban Politicians TV, Big Ant, the spokesman. Shout out to my brother, Big Ant, man. This is one of my favorite content creators on YouTube. I watch this dude all the time, him. I watch MREC TV. I pretty much watch. I watch more non-boxing content, than boxing content. Literally, I watch more non-boxing content than boxing content. So, you know what I mean? I like, you know, shout out to my brother, man. Big Ant, man, Urban Politics TV, man. Y'all please go subscribe. He got a huge platform and drop more videos. I think he dropped like 60. I don't know how many videos he dropped, about 60 videos a month or some shit like that. And man, I'm like, God damn. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not working hard enough. I swear to God, I'm not. I'm like, man, shit, them niggas running circles around me. For real though. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Mr. Holmes calling out of Jersey.
Mr. Holmes out of Jersey, talk to me.
Yeah. This is nothing new though, man. They did this to Jack Johnson and them, man. They created the Mann Act and all that for Jack Johnson. This is like their way of putting, you know, Black people in their place, you know, especially celebrities. You feel me? They always gotta bring you back down, put you in your place. So, you know, just gotta look at it like that. You know, we could fight and do all that, but this is nothing new. They always have done this. They did this to Muhammad Ali. They did this to all the, you know, celebrities and all of that. And it goes to show, like, a lot of white people seem to think like there's no racism. They give you an opportunity to make millions of dollars and be famous if you're Black. Mm-hmm. And they give you Black people political positions and all of that. So they think that's like equalizing us. But we just now seeing here this cop, he probably make like $40,000 a year, and he just bought him. He can bring Bud straight down. The highest celebrity, the most famous person in that city, he could bring him straight down to where he at. Like, I don't care how many millions of dollars you make. I'm still white, and I still got this fire on me. And you Black, you still a nigga. So you always gotta understand that's how a lot of these people feel, and that's how the system is created. You know, it doesn't matter how many. It doesn't matter that you're famous or that you're an athlete or the millions of dollars that you got. You know. So. All
right, but shout out to Mr. Holmes, man. Jersey, stand up. Salute, fam. Thank you for calling. And listen, I gotta say this. I gotta say this to the Omaha Police Department and the people and the powers that be in Omaha. It ain't nothing in Omaha, Nebraska. You got the greatest fighter in the world come from Omaha who represent Omaha to the fullest. He didn't move to Vegas, even though he got property all over the country. He didn't move to New York. He didn't move to Miami, Texas. You know, he ain't done that. He said, no, I'm going to stay right here in this little small ass city where everybody think it ain't nothing here, ain't no Black people. I'm going to stay right here and represent. The only reason we talking about Omaha, Nebraska is because of Terence Crawford. He put you motherfuckers on the map. I'm talking about the the power structures that's there. You know, and he did that, and he did it the right way. Carla, hold on. He did it the right way. He ain't robbing nobody. He ain't killing nobody. He ain't doing none of that. All he do is go in the ring and fight, and he just keep knocking them down. He's a walking economy now. He brings millions of dollars to the city of Omaha. Celebrities from the big cities come to Omaha just to see Terence Crawford. How do I know? I was there. And this how you treat them? The authorities. This how you treat it? This how you treat your guy? Carla, what's your name? You called from?
Oh, this Eric. I'm out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Hey, listen, man, this is Nebraska. Okay, I've been here over 10 years. I'm about to leave up out of here. This coming next month. And I'm gonna tell you, this whole state, when it comes to being black, this just ain't no place for black people to be. But all shout outs to Bud. I met him a couple of years ago here in Lincoln at a basketball game. And you know, I'm a long time follower of boxing. And I say what he did even superseded what certain people like Sugar Ray Leonard did in the ring. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give him his props, too. And people need to put respect on his name and stop hating on him. You know what I'm saying? And as far as that situation or what happened in Omaha, hey, look, man, that's what they do here in America. Look how they did Jack Johnson, Muhammad Ali, you know. But at the same time, all Crawford got to do is keep standing on what he stand on and just keep doing what he do. And fuck the rest. Excuse my expression. You know, because I feel like this. I already knew it was people out of Omaha hating on him. People here in Lincoln don't really care for him.
Yeah.
Plus, this is a white college town. Anyway, so they really, you know, all they think about mostly is football here anyway. But the fact that he's from Nebraska and he's representing here in Nebraska, I say shout out to the blacks here that's standing with him. And with that, I'm done.
All right, salute, fam.
That's all I can.
Shout out to Eric, Lincoln, Nebraska. Yeah, so hold on. Hey, shout out to Marty King Boxing. Dropping out $2 super chat. He said glad you got to go home, Coach and Bud. Yeah, not only Coach and Bud, but you know, Qasim, the security, the young lady that was in the back seat. You know what I mean? Because, you know, all of our lives are equal. Did you get what I'm saying? You know, all of our lives are equal. You know, my life ain't no more precious than yours, and yours ain't no more precious than mine. My life is only as precious as much as I value it, and your life is only as precious as much as you value it. Because when you gone, and ain't no coming back. You can't undo death. So I was very afraid when that officer that was 30 years old pulled out his firearm on Bud the way he did, and the look that was in his eyes, and the way he was yelling and stuff like that. And then the other guy pulled out his goddamn fire. Like I was very afraid for that brother. I'll be lying to you because I don't give a damn how great a fighter he is. He can't eat bullets. And he did nothing to warrant or justify that officer pulling a gun on him. And this shit that you officers say all the time, don't be reaching for the gun, motherfucker. Oh, Lord, boy, my kids out there. Oh, Lord, hammers. Whoo. Yeah, anyways, shout out to G5. Okay. Dropping that $2 super chat. He say, proud y'all brothers and sisters made it back home. Caller, what's your name? Where you call it from?
Hello?
Caller, what's your name? Where you call it from?
Oh, Coach, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
No, look, yeah, this is Frank from Oakland again. Hey, I just want to say, don't they sell guns in the store? And then if you could buy a gun, right, and then you buy it legal, why you can't have it on you for your protection? You feel me? I mean, it's different laws for different folks. You feel me? Because white folks be carrying guns all the time. They don't get treated like this. And look who's doing all the killing nowadays. The white boys is killing the police now. You know what I mean? But now, it's like, we gotta be careful, man, because these white folks they turned up, you know, because of the Charlie Kirk situation. You know what I mean? So they're just looking for somebody famous.
One of his own people killed him, but they don't say white on white crime. I noticed that. It's like, okay, one of your own kind, Charlie Kirk got smoked. I ain't know who the hell he was, really. I mean, I heard of him, but I don't follow his stuff. People told me about him. They said a lot of shit about him. But I know that they don't say white on white crime. It's, when black dude, because I see some of these black conservatives on YouTube. They talk about the black on black crime, and we've addressed that, and we've addressed that in the past as well. But when white folks kill, like shoot school shooters and stuff like that, there's never white on white crime. I wonder why. The language. I'm gonna let you wrap up. Go ahead.
I feel you though, but I'm just saying though, they really turned up about that Charlie Kirk situation, man, and they just like probably looking for somebody famous, and not down like somebody black, because they try to blame their shit on us, on black people, and we don't have nothing to do with that.
Blame what? What you talking
about? What happened to Charlie Kirk? They try to like blame black.
Again. Whatever happened to Charlie Kirk, that was in-house. That was white on white crime. That's between y'all. Y'all need to work that shit out. That shit ain't got nothing to do with us, man. But shout out to Eric, man. What's your name is, brother? Oh, this Freddie. Freddie, salute to you, fam. Thank you for calling, bro.
Hey, but look, I wish I knew that you could be with Andre Ward though, because like my nickname Whoopi, right? Me and Dre, we used to go at it though at King's Boxing Gym on 35th East Night when we used to spar. He has to train with Andre Ward though. He's like, man, you hit hard, man. But I started boxing at 19. I started real late. I had to start working this shit. I can, because when you box, you be broke, man. So I had to pay my bills. I'll let you later, man.
All right, salute, man. Shout out to Freddie, man. You got all the calls, man. Call the caller on the phone up. Y'all call back. Caller on the phone up. Call back. Yeah, man. Man. All that. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. Again, I didn't know who he was, but I'm hearing motherfuckers. I heard all kind of shit about him. I say I got to do my research on him. But the fact of the matter is, your own kind did that. They ain't got shit to do with us. Keep that same energy. White on white crime. Keep that same energy. Keep that same motherfucking energy. Shout out to damn it, Coach Ron. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He say based on the poor judgment of that officer, I'm thankful y'all made it out. That could have went bad in the worst way. Thank you, bro. Yes, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was so scared for that brother. I was so scared for that brother, bro. Like, it was, bro. Y'all don't understand. It was this close. It was this close. I'm telling you. When that footage come out, it was this close. Shout out to Polo Buck. Dropping a half a dub. He say, hey, coach, if you legally carrying, you damn sure don't need to hop out the car because he yelling. I'm rolling with my windows back. I don't B4. I'm from Texas. He said, respect my right to bear arms. Yeah,
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying, bro. I'm like, all I'm saying is what the man said was a goddamn lie. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That shit there, that was a goddamn lie. Call him, what's your name? Call it from?
Baltimore.
What's your name?
Corey
from Baltimore. Talk to me.
Hey, coach. When Boots had the little name was coming out on, people were talking about the code, you brought out Nelly Fuller, and that was on time. I really appreciate that. So now we're going through this with the police again, and what we are beginning to realize in this generation is that if you're not talking about an eye for an eye when you're dealing with the police, then you're speaking a language they don't understand. And if anything happened to Bud, man, it would or any of you guys for real, it would have been devastating to my family because my family watches this young man every time he fights. And I look forward today of meeting him. But I just want to say I'm glad you guys are okay. But when we're dealing with the police, from here on out, it got to be eye for an eye. That's the only thing they understand. Peace, brother.
All right, shout out to Core, B-Boy. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Omaha.
What's
Nebraska.
your name? What's your name?
Juan.
Juan from Omaha. Talk to me.
Juan. K.
Oh yeah, sure. Quan from Omaha. Talk to me.
Sir, I like to thank you for coming to the parade, bro. I seen you at the parade. Omaha Police Department, what they did to Bud, bro, they do that shit to us here on the natural, bro. Over here on the north side with the pulling guns and all that shit was on call for. And best believe, the city of Omaha gonna rally behind Terence, and we're gonna demand answers, and we most definitely gonna demand some action behind that. Because the man just had a whole parade for him that whole day. There's no way that should have happened to him. Not only was it a homecoming parade, it was his fucking birthday too. So that's even more crazy. But we're gonna be rallying behind him. We standing 10 toes down. Only me gonna stand up for him because that was uncalled for. And we tired of the bullshit with the Omaha Police. We haven't had multiple killings of young kids with the Omaha Police Department, killing young kids. Saying that they've seen guns and all of that. So yeah, bro, I'm sorry that y'all had to experience that here. And this should have been a more welcoming situation. And you should have never went through that. That's all I wanted to say.
All right, salute, fam. Hold on, y'all, hold on. No, I got another one. Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? All right. I think that was the call I had on hold. Let me see. Yeah, who's this? Oh, okay. Yeah. Somebody see the text. Yeah. So again, as I said before, man, is being investigated. I don't want to, I was advised. I don't want to say the person's name. Y'all know me. I'm very truthful and very transparent. But in this case, I was advised. Look, man, this case is being investigated. Not to say, too much, this and that, yada yada yada. But I have to say this, fam, because I'm tired of motherfuckers. They got all these motherfuckers making content, this and that. I ain't got no problem with none of that. It is what it is. Get your money or whatever. But I just want to shed light on the situation of what's going on in North Omaha, Nebraska, as it relates to the other citizens that's there who don't get the who don't get the same spotlight. Now, and I do understand every city have. Hold on. Every city have their own crime that goes on in their community. But I gotta say this, just like a lot of you black conservatives, and I have nothing against black conservatives or liberals or whatever. I don't play the Democrat-Republican game. I don't. I look at Democrats and Republicans as all the goddamn same. Myself. But I want to use your words, right? Like the officer, what the dude name? Officer Jason Tatum or whatever the case may be, right? I saw a couple of his shit, I used to watch some of his stuff and like, man, this why he always taking a position because he was a former police officer. He always taking the position of the cop. It's like the motherfucker ain't never wrong. The motherfucker ain't never wrong. The cops ain't never wrong and this and that. Yeah, I know. I want to say this. So keep that same energy. When the black guy, they commit, if there's some crimes going on in their community and they doing this, it's black on black. Keep that same energy. What happened to Charlie Kirk is white on white, right? When they go shoot the schools up, that's white on white, right? So keep that same energy. Use that same language. Use that same language for when the other side, do mass shootings and hit motherfuckers with snipers and like when Trump was doing this speech, wasn't no black man trying to take out Trump. It was two white men. When they bringing Trump up on charges and trying to lock him up and all that stuff there, that was y'all doing that. So let's use that same language. You dig? True. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Coach, this is Sheila from Houston. How you doing?
Sheila from Houston, talk to me, sis. You got 2 minutes.
Look, what you're saying is so true. It gets real quiet when the shoe is on the other foot. As my mom used to say, you can hear a mouse piss on cotton when the shoe on the other foot. But I just want to say I'm so glad that all of y'all are okay, because you know you and Terence Crawford are my 2 favorite male men. And both y'all at the same time in the same field, I'm like, oh my God. But I just want to shout out to you, and I'm so glad. I'm for real. You know I come for Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
And for you. And for both y'all, I was just come through. But I just wanted to say I'm so glad you're home, you're back, and I'm going to keep praying for all of this. And I'm at the doctor's office, so I can't really talk, but I'm talking anyway. But anyway, shout out, Coach.
Okay, all right. Shout out to Miss Sheila. H-Town, stand up. I tell you what, though. This is what I'm not gonna do. Anytime I'm on any nigga neck on the internet who scandalizing Bud name, misrepresenting the truth by saying that, you know, the officer was justified in pulling out his firearm and all that there. Anybody from the mainstream media, I'm on your neck. And guess what? Every time, because guess what? I was there. I was in the car. That statement they put out, that part about what he observed and all that stuff there was a goddamn lie. True. That's a lie. Y'all ain't gonna be doing that. Y'all ain't finna try to control the narrative, and we ain't doing that. That ain't gonna happen. I'm on your bumper. Believe that. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's Killer Cam out of Omaha, man.
Killer Cam, talk to me, fam.
Man, one love to you, man. Listen, I on behalf of the entire city of Omaha, Coach, I gotta apologize to you. You know we got nothing but love for you out here. I'm sorry you even had to go through that nonsense, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. Being a product of North Omaha, man, this is not far-fetched with law enforcement. We've been dealing with crooked law enforcement and bullshit over policing all my life. I'm 38 years old. Like I said earlier in the super chat, Omaha Police Department and Douglas County Sheriff's Office have unalived 3 unarmed black men this year alone. This year alone. They was trying to make Bud the 4th on his birthday on some Reuben Carter shit. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Marvin Emmons. Rest in peace, Cameron Ford. Rest in peace, all the other unarmed black brothers and sisters that have been unalived at the hands of law enforcement and over policing, man. This was some straight race soldier shit. They've been trying to race bait for a real long time. They've been trying to start a race war, man. And the craziest thing about this whole shit, right, is for the people that are in the chat saying, well, why you didn't just comply? Why you didn't just do right? Why was you even? This is what happened as a result of Terence Crawford complying. This man was 100% legal. He complied with not only the laws of the land by having a registered firearm, but he also complied with every command that law enforcement gave him. And he was still treated like a criminal. He was still treated as if his sidearm was illegal and he was just another run-of-the-mill Negro. Regardless of his status quo, regardless of how rich he is, how much money he got, how much history he made, how much he represents the city, just because they know who he is, don't mean they like him or they rock with him. Black or white. I'm going to keep it all the way funky with you. And that's sad. So I want to tell you, Coach, you know what I mean? I'm glad, I'm grateful that you and every last one of y'all made it home safely. This could have been way worse. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that you
Qasim and the other young lady was actually there, present, and recording. Because I'll be honest, had he been by himself, we may not have been having this conversation. It may have been a dedication, unfortunately. This was like, this looked like a targeted racially profiled attempt. And I'll say one more thing before I get out of here. Being from Omaha, we have kind of a small police force, about 1,000 sworn in officers, right? North Omaha is primarily and predominantly African American. North Omaha is the most patrolled and policed part of Omaha, Nebraska. If you, especially being in the city, Coach, I don't know if you recognize how many different cop cars just around the North Omaha area alone, just driving back and forth. Like you pulled up to 30th and Ames, you saw a cop literally going in every direction, passing through that stoplight on 30th and Ames. You feel what I'm saying? Whereas when you get out west, downtown over south, you may see one cop patrol through every 3 hours or so type situation, to where they're literally only responding to a call. But in North Omaha, they just drive around patrolling, looking for something to do. And a big thing that they do is when we leave from the club on like Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights, they literally follow people home, trying to pop people for drunken driving, no insurance, and especially guns and drugs. So I apologize for that, man. I'm glad y'all made it. God bless you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Shout out to North Omaha. Stand up. We still making history on you hoe ass niggas.
All right, shout out to Killer Cam. Salute, fam. North Omaha, stand up. Yeah, so I'm from listen from my point forward, I don't give a damn who it is. It could be CNN, it could be Fox, MSNBC, the biggest bloggers, podcasters online, whether it's boxing, non-boxing, or hip hop, or whatever the case may be. When I see a motherfucker out there misrepresenting what really happened, and you talking about, well, he should have did this and this and that, I'm just coming out telling you right now, with that official police report where they said that he saw the gun on the bed and he decided to draw a gun, that's a goddamn lie. That cracker lied, and it's gonna come out, because guess what? That car record everything. He got an electric car. That camera is recording inside of those electric cars. I don't know if they're gonna release the body cam footage. I don't know about that. I ain't got no high expectations of the police investigating themselves. I just don't. I'm just, forgive me for being skeptical. But anyways, and I don't even know, so we'll see. Carter, what's your name? Calling from?
Yes, the name is Willis Malone, and I'm calling from Newport News, Virginia.
Willis Malone from Virginia, talk to me.
Yes, how's it going, Coach? I'm sorry to hear about your incident, but that's how it is in America nowadays. With that being said, if you're on welfare, they have a problem with you. If you're making your money, they have a problem with you. All we as people of color want to do is make our money. Most of us, that's all we want to do is make our money. But for some reason, they have a way of showing us that we ain't make it. Even times when we feel like we made it, somehow they come and do something to show us that we ain't make it. And I think it's ridiculous.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate Willis, man, calling from Virginia, man. Thank you, brother, for expressing how you feel on this subject matter. Thank you, brother. Salute. Shout out to Virginia, man. Yeah, see that. See, that's what got me mad. Hey, listen, had they not really put that out there like that, I wouldn't be going so hard right now. But I'm like, and I'm really being reserved. Because I'm holding back what I really want to say for the sake of it's being investigated. We got to allow the process to play out. You get what I'm saying? We got to allow the process to play out. Guess what? Ain't nobody asked me a question. Nobody asked me a question. Nobody, I don't know. Again, I don't live in Omaha, so I don't know. And hold on. Matter of fact, let's do this. Let me go to my brother. Let me go to, what's my main man? Let's go. I want y'all to follow this brother. Because this brother is a hell of an advocate. I want to bring a lot to his situation, what he got going on. Let's see, my brother Shabazz. Y'all, this brother right here, Qasim. You know, he has a nonprofit right there in Omaha, Nebraska. Show y'all who this is, so y'all to know. Shout out to Nigerian Nightmare. Dropping that half a dub. He say, salute, coach. Thank you for using your platform to provide more context and advocating for the less famous. You know, this is a sad situation that affects us all. Yes, like that's the right thing to do. I'm not gonna do the I'm not gonna do the popular thing. Cause me, one thing about Coach Malachi, I don't go along to get along. I don't kiss niggas ass in boxing, whether it's a fighter, promoter, reporter, or whatever, to get along, and I don't kiss niggas ass outside of boxing. I don't do that. People who rock with me, they have genuine love for me. And people who I rock with, I have genuine love for. I ain't got to do no D-Ride and none of that, because if you know anything about Bud Crawford don't like D-Riders. Bud Crawford don't like fake mofos. And if you ever been to Omaha, North Omaha, Nebraska, it's a lot of real cats there. They can spot a lame or they can spot a fake nigga from a mile away. So if you anything other than genuine, you ain't gonna be able to be around there. Bud Crawford don't have no anybody around at his house or at his mother's house. His sisters ain't gonna have no anybody at their house. Whether it's TT, whether it's Shantae, whether it's his nephew Trey, you ain't gonna do that. That don't happen like that. If you from there, you know what I'm talking about. So you got to be a real thorough person to even be accepted or allowed around them. Those are the facts. Everybody from Omaha listening to this, you know I ain't telling you, know I ain't lying. So, you know, no, I'm gonna do that. You know, what I'm saying is not popular, but I care nothing about being popular. This shit ain't for no clicks and views for me. I'm gonna do what's right. Let the chips fall where they may. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I'm on their bumper. Listen, I'm telling you, bro. I'm gonna use this platform to bring awareness to this. And whoever I may lose along the way, you wasn't with me any goddamn ways. Because the journey I'm going down, it ain't meant for everybody to go. You want to leave? I'll holler. I'll replace you. I'm good at what I do. Shout out to Old School. Hey, okay. Dropping that. Bam, dub on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. I got that from Blue Blood Sports TV. I got to give Blue his shots on that. Y'all see, Blue used to always say, dropping that half for dub on your boy Blue. So I got that from him. So I'm not the originator of that. I just took what Blue said and twisted it, and whatever the case may be. Blue gave me permission to use it. You know what I mean? So shout out to Blue, but I got that from him. You get what I'm saying? So I can't claim fame off of that. He said there's absolutely zero possibility that the police officer did not know who he was, who he was pulling over. The most celebrated black man in Omaha, who just had a parade earlier that required police that required a police presence. I call BS on it. Oh, listen, I'm glad you said something because I almost forgot. Yeah, I said that earlier. The officer who drew down on me and put me in handcuffs, he told me that he was at the parade. Hey, hold on. Did another thing. Hold on. This is what I forgot to tell y'all. That same officer, because he said, who are you? You know, he said, man, you got some big shoulders. He said, do you work out? You box? He trying to make small talk, light of the situation. Same officer who told me, yeah, that was a shooting earlier. So, you know, we trying to get to the, that same officer. I'm like, man, nigga, what the fuck that got to do with me? You nigga gonna put a gun in my motherfucking face. You want to holler about I got big shoulders? I don't hear all that bullshit. Nigga, fuck all that. You don't hear all that goddamn nigga got, man, for nigga, man, shit. Well, now listen, I hope they release that body cam footage, but I hope they do on all of the officers. All of the officers. You get what I'm saying? But definitely that interaction. Because I ain't gonna let nobody scandalize Bud's name with falsehood. It ain't gonna happen like that. Because you lying. And I ain't gonna lie for clicks and views. I ain't gotta do that. You know, I'm gonna tell the truth and let the chips fall where they may. You get what I'm saying? That's the reality of the situation. I give a fuck about what another nigga talking about. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Sonny calling out of Connecticut.
You say Frank calling out of Connecticut?
Yeah, Sonny calling out of Connecticut.
Oh, Sonny.
Yeah. I'm just happy to see you good. I'm just happy to see you good, brother. I'm so happy, man. I didn't know you was back in that car, man. My wife told me. He said, you know, your boy is back in that car. I said, who? He said, Coach. I said, Coach was in there? I was like, oh, my God. I was already scared for Bud. I said, my brother Coach, man. They can't do nothing, my brother Coach. Or Bud. I was so nervous, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all like my brother, man. You don't know me, Coach, But I know you very well on it. I've been watching you a long time. I don't be in the comment section. I don't be doing all that. I'm one of them guys. I'm like a ghost. I sit back and just watch this shit and be laughing all the time, man. You keep me laughing. When I got a bad day, I go to your channel and I watch it. I couldn't imagine being without you on this show, watching you every day. I really appreciate you, man. I don't send you a couple of cash apps too. We probably don't realize I don't spell my name like that. I'm on a different name. Nobody need to know, but I appreciate you, man. Everything you're doing, and I'm glad you and Bud made it. I was praying for y'all. Y'all was good, and I just know they was racially profiling against Bud. That's crazy. How they didn't act like they didn't know who Bud Crawford was. That's crazy. The mayor gave him the key to the city. How the fuck? How did they didn't know who he was? Come on, that's crazy. How could they not know that?
No, they knew. No, they knew exactly who he was. Now the officer who put the gun on him, he acted like he didn't know who he was, but the other officers knew who he was. They knew. Yeah, they knew who he was. But it had no escalated too far at that point.
Yeah, but they should have jumped on him. I'm pretty sure they probably had more experience than him. He sounded probably like a young buck or something. And you know, they get nervous when they see black men in the car all together anyway. They get scared. You know, that's just how they are. That happened to me several times. You know what I mean? But I'm glad to see you okay, man. I want to tell you that. And I want to tell you, I got something. I know what you said about Debbie Haney. He got all these trainers. I want to throw this in there. I know I don't want to go off the content, but I want to tell you this. I want to tell you who I train with, all right? Over the years, I want to tell you this. I'm going to get off. I have trained with hog head cheese sandwiches. I have trained with pork chop sandwiches. I have trained with Big Macs. I have trained with all kind of oxtails, beans, and rice. I have trained everything. Everything you think of eat. Goodbye.
All right, salute, fam. Y'all hold on. Y'all hold on one moment. Something just happened. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that. Had a big ass snake, a black snake, out in the grass, and you know, my daughter screaming and all that shit there. So had to get the machete to chop the snake head off and, you know, pretty much kill it. It's dead now, black snake. The lady, my neighbor, said that it's not poisonous, but I don't give a damn. All snakes, I don't know. I cannot differentiate the poisonous snake from the non-poisonous snake. A snake is a snake to me. I'm not a professional when it comes to snake. A snake is a goddamn snake to me. Oh, hold on, that's the friendly snake. That's the bad snake. Oh, that's the good cop. No, that's the bad cop. Yeah, you know, all of them look the same to me.
True.
Yeah. So anyways, this brother right here is the guy that was in the car. This is Buzz. This is the head of Buzz Security. His brother name is Qasim Shabbazz. Good brother. You know what I mean? Very approachable. Of course, y'all know who this is. This is Bud's other security. This Wayne. Well, main man Wayne. You get what I'm saying? Qasim has his own security company. He has a nonprofit. He does a lot in, as you can see, this is a big guy. He's 6'5", 260. So just imagine the fear that's in police officers' eyes when they see this guy. And he knows the law and he knows his rights. And he's licensed to carry a firearm, and he has a security team, and they have all types of firearms on them. There's nothing wrong. See, this what I'm seeing, right? This is what I'm seeing. Y'all let me know. Maybe I'm looking at this wrong. But it appears, I'm just saying to me, from my perspective. Of course, if you are Officer Tatum or you any of these other black conservatives who like to put certain talking points, or you some of the when I say black conservative, I'm talking about the ones that's on the mainstream, or any of the more liberal outlets who like to put certain talking points. See, this guy right here knows the law very well. He has meetings with them everywhere. He has a program where he's teaching them. So this is his security team. What this guy. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I think this guy right here too. So and they have armed security. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, it's really more than this, but this is his main guy. So I was so fearful that these two brothers right here, Terence Crawford, and this guy was going to get killed that night. The young lady in the back seat, she was scared. I didn't say nothing really, because I you know, I'm trying to make sure that I don't say anything that's going to trigger this officer to shoot Bud. And so, you officer, I want to ask you police officers something. When you got a gun drawn on somebody and you tell them to put their hands up, and they put their hands up, and you tell them to get out of the car, how the fuck you want them to get out of the car when you tell them to put their hands up? And I want you police officers to put yourself in that situation. Let somebody put a gun on you while you sitting in the car, tell you to put your hands up, and then you say unbuckle your seatbelt with the gun pointed at them. And you're saying you are, well, you know, let's say you are in fear of your life because this is a big black man that's sitting there and all of that stuff there and yada, 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 yada. And I tell you to open the car. Would you not be afraid to open the car? Well, probably, no, probably they won't. Maybe they won't. Open the car door. Open the door. Not open the car, but open the door. I don't want to open the door. You have a gun drawn on me. If I reach, you're going to shoot me, kill me, murder me, and tell me that you thought I was reaching for a gun. So you got to come with another option. Because I was in the back seat, officer was telling me to unbuckle the seatbelt with his gun drawn on me. I'm like, man, I'm not unbuckling no seatbelt, bro. You know, the seatbelt right here, you know what I mean? And I got to reach down and, you know, I'm scared you're going to shoot me and say that I was reaching for a gun. Because at this point, that's where it's at. Everybody don't drew their guns. When I say everybody, I ain't talking about nobody inside of the car. I'm talking about the officers, the police. No, go ahead. It's okay. You can unbuckle it. No, I'm good. No, sir, I'm good. Because it's a trick bag situation. We know how this gonna go down. Well, you know, we're just doing our job, and you know, it's just being a police is a stressful situation, and the officer got to go home to his family. He got a family. He got a wife and kids now, and it's very dangerous. It's not easy being a police officer. We know all the talking points, fam. We know all the talking points. We know the politicians are going to protect you cops. We know that the media is going to protect you cops. We know that presidents and senators and governors and all that going to protect y'all. We know that. So let's not play these crackhead games. And miss me with the good cop shit. As I said before, if there's some good cops, where the fuck was they at that night? Talking to Omaha PD. If there's some good cops on the, where was they at that night? They was on vacation? Where they was at? They was at a Klan rally? Where they was at? They was at a Black Lives Matter movement? Where they was at? What about the other nights? Those other people that's in North Omaha who not famous like, who not known famous like doggone Terence Crawford, who don't have a podcast like Coach Malachi True Media Podcast, and can voice out what's going on without revealing too much stuff or whatever. All I can tell you is I cannot wait for this investigation to be over so those police cameras footage can be released. Particularly, I definitely want the footage, want to show the footage of the officer who pulled out his gun on Bud and the officer who pulled out his gun on Qasim. Because it was a trigger. It was a domino effect. One guy did something, the other guy reacted off of him, and the other guy reacted off of him. That's what y'all, that's the $1 million question. That's the $1 million question. What led up, what transpired? That's what the girl didn't get on the video. I was sitting right there looking at her when she recorded, when she did a little recording. Because she was, she got a little bit she can do before, we was ordered out of the car and fire was drawn and stuff like that. That's because y'all need to know that tell the story right there. That's what tell the story. That's the meat and potatoes of the story. And what happened prior to the gun being, what led up to the gun being drawn on top of what was reported is the total opposite. True. But I know some of y'all don't like Bud and just another nigga and that nigga ain't all that. He need to comply with the law and he's not above the law. All that old slick innuendo shit. Oh, anyway, yeah. This ain't nobody playing no victim. Ain't nobody playing no goddamn victim. Ain't nobody playing no goddamn victim. See, this is what y'all like to do. Y'all like to, when I say y'all, I'm talking about the people who use these talking points. Y'all like to dismiss and brush off real life situations because it don't affect you. It'll affect the other side of people you don't like. Because you get the benefit. See, you don't have to go through that. So you get the benefit of, it ain't happened to me. It's happened to those niggas. Yeah, anyways, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the good side. So when you got somebody like these two brothers who don't break the law, do it the right way, and they getting demonized in the public. I'm not gonna let that happen. Cause this family right here. This ain't about no podcast. This ain't about no clicks and views. Like this family right here, bro. So I'm gonna speak out on that 7 days a week and twice on Sunday. And if I lose some people along the way, so be it. When the space shuttle take off when the space shuttle take off into space, I told y'all this, right? When you on a journey and God got you on the path, some of the people who start out with you, they're not gonna be there. They're not gonna end up with you. You're going to lose some people along the way. And you're going to gain some people along the way. Don't worry about the losses. The losses is a part of the game. That's a part of it. When the space shuttle is launching off into space, it can't get there by itself. It needs the help of a rocket. Why? Because the gravitational pull of your haters, the gravitational pull of the people who don't like you, the gravitational pull of the people who are trying to tear you down, it's like gravity. It's going to do everything in its power to keep the space shuttle from taking off into space. That's what gravity does. It keeps everything down. Or if we didn't have gravity, we'll be floating right now. So when the space shuttle is trying to separate and go into space, he's not strong enough to do it on his own, so he has a rocket. When the rocket takes off and you start separating yourself from the gravitational pull of your haters or people who don't like you, you know, say God will make a table in the midst of make a table for you in the midst of your enemies. So Bud Crawford is loved, but he got a lot of people who hate him for literally no reason at all. They hate him because of his black skin. They hate the fact that he from North Omaha. Who this nigga is from North Omaha? Oh, country ass nigga from North Omaha. These country ass niggas from North Omaha. The ain't nothing goddamn Omaha. This nigga here and he whooping all my favorite fighters' ass, or this nigga here, who he think he is. Some people just don't like it, black and white. That's just reality to the situation, and that's fine. For all you white folks out there who don't like Bud Crawford and you broke and ain't got no money, it ain't my fault, fam, that you didn't benefit from your whiteness. It's not my fault. If the black guy succeeded and did it, you know that's your fault. If you wasn't able to benefit from your whiteness, that ain't my fault, dog. Get mad at yourself. For the blacks out there who wanted to see something happen to the brother, don't like him or whatever the case may be, I really don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to you. You get what I'm saying? Somebody in Omaha. Bud gave a speech at the party. He said that shout out to all of my supporters, but I do know some in Omaha, but a lot of y'all, you know, some of y'all are being real phony. But I love y'all too, because at least y'all being phony behind my back, y'all don't do it in my face. Because they'll say in your face, we love you, love you, love you. Then behind your back, man, fuck that nigga. You know how we do it in our own community. You know how that is. I don't like that old pussy ass nigga, man. What that nigga think he is, dog? Why y'all up on that nigga? That nigga ain't all that. You know how we is. We, you know, that's an ongoing thing. That ain't gonna never stop. So that's just reality to the situation. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? You the last call.
What's up, Coach? This is Mitchell from Chicago.
Mitchell from the shot, talk to me.
Yeah, how Omaha law enforcement handles this situation would be very telling, because that officer, the situation could have ended ugly, not just for you all in the vehicle, but Bud did everything he was supposed to for me listening to you. But what if today was his boiling point? The officer could have put his co-workers at risk also of not going home to their family. So it could be criminal effect for anyone, you know, for unfortunate if this to happen. So my personal opinion, I think in order for a president to be set, someone has to get terminated from this. Because if not, I mean, the narrative or the presence they putting out there is that this is who they want protecting the streets of Omaha. And that's not going to be a good look at all. And for the people who pulled the officers who put their guns after the initial one, I mean, where are the skills and trainings of diffusing the situation? Because I'm pretty sure they get trained on body language and, you know, etc. If no one in the car is hostile, if everyone is coherent and listening to what you're saying, you should step in and diffuse the situation also. Let's say the officer is in charge, he's the lead man in charge. If you can still diffuse something because you see he's doing a wrongdoing that could turn, you know, lethal and deadly quick, you should do that. And with Bud, I mean, all he does is talk about Omaha. Yeah. This is a man that fuels the economy there. So how can you do this to a man? He even said it at one of the press was like, no, they want me to move from Omaha. And even Bomac, like, he was like, it's in Nebraska, fool. Like, that's all they speak highly of Omaha. So somebody who just got the keys to the city, I mean, he wear it on his chest. Like, how does that happen? Somebody that fuels the economy of Omaha, he doesn't want to leave. How do you let that happen? I don't think it's a secret that Bud Crawford just represents Nebraska. You see him with the gear on it all the time, walking out the tunnel with the football team. But I don't know where you are mentally, but I hope you can get in the right state of mind. If you're not, I'm glad everyone in the vehicle made it back safely, and the best to all of you. And I hope y'all can get something resolved with this. So salute to you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Salute, fam. Shout out to Mitchell from the shot. Yeah, that's it. I ain't taking no more calls. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. So I'm standing on business with that, dog. Right now, I ain't got no friends, I ain't got no homies, I ain't got no partners, I ain't doing this for no clicks, no views. Dude, I'm standing on business on that. You know what I mean? This ain't no secondhand information. I was in the car. And it's, as I said, the only reason I ain't saying what I really, really want to say And you know, it's because, you know, I got a phone call for somebody from Bud's media team. I'm not gonna say who the person is, you know, but you know, I got a call from them, and they, you know, so how it was presented to me, it's been investigated, man. You know, you know what I mean? We don't want the media to try to twist it around. I said, well, they don't start twisting it around already. So if you're gonna take what the police report says, you know, and twist it, then it's my job to untwist it. Because I ain't gonna let you scandalize my brother's name when he almost got murdered, him and his security. And ain't no telling what would have happened to me. But I was in fear for both of those guys. So I don't want to hear that shit about the good cop, bad cop shit. Because because when the bad cop act up, the good cop is nowhere to be found. And if you're a cop and you see a bad cop acting out of order, and you don't try to diffuse the situation and stop him from doing what he's doing, try to diffuse it, then guess what? You just as guilty as him. I ain't the one that did it, dog. It was him that did it. Man, fuck all that, nigga. I ain't hear all that pull. Yeah, until that cop, because I gave you my podcast, so you probably listened to it. You gave him, you know, as you can see, I gave my podcast. Yeah, you know, yeah, man, you work out, man. You got some big shoulders, man. You kind of strong. That's what he told me. Yeah, man, you kind of strong. I don't want to hear all that, nigga. You don't put a gun in my face. Now you want to talk about shoulders and how strong I am. I ain't stronger than that bullet that you got in that gun. I ain't stronger than all these goddamn police officers that standing around us. So, man, miss me with that. Last call. What's your name? Calling from?
Hey, Coach, it's Jerry from Tampa.
Jerry from Tampa, talk to me.
You know, just some perspective for the viewers in this country. So, you know, I'm not going to get too specific, but you see a lot of cases where certain people get shot, choked out, you know, taken out on camera, and there's no convictions. You know, nobody gets in trouble unless people start protesting. After the fact of protesting, that's when you see convictions. That's not the same as other people who get shot on camera, and as soon as that happens, the federal government gets involved. You know, you get the president involved, and the kid who did it gets a death sentence. And people still go out and protest for that, which I don't know what the hell they protesting for. You know, and I'm not even talking about the podcaster. You had that case. There was a case where there was a young girl in the train who I think she got stabbed. As soon as that happened, the dude who did it got arrested. The president tweeted, and I think they're giving him the death penalty. And she wasn't even an immigrant. You know, she wasn't even American. She was an immigrant.
What does that have to do with this situation right here? With all due respect, dude.
So, you know, I do think there is a racial aspect to it. People get outraged at when certain individuals get, you know, when certain individuals get shot on camera. But then when other people get shot on camera or get choked out, they don't even convict the cops. They don't do anything until people start protesting. So I do think there is a difference. You know, people, at least in this country, they treat the victim differently depending on the color of their skin.
All right, shout out to Jeff from Tampa. Salute, fam. So in the theme of the show, let's keep that same energy. You know, like you say, you know, a lot of black on black crime out there. And that is true. That is true. In any city that you go in, any country that you go in, the crime rate is always going to be high amongst the people who are the dominant society in that particular part of the world. So if you are in Kentucky and it's 100% white, or, you know, the criminals more than likely going to be white, and it's going to be most of them that's doing that to themselves. It's black or whatever, it's the same thing. Hispanic, it's gonna be the same thing. Asian, gonna be the same thing. So I want to use a term that I learned from you guys in the media. You know, we got black on black crime. We got white on white crime. Somebody brought up Charlie Kirk. Again, I don't know any information about him. knew of him, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't study his work. You get what I'm saying? I never really was interested in him. But guess what? One of your own did that, and one of your own tried to take out the president, Donald Trump. So it kind of looked like, like officer, what's your name, Tatum? B. Tatum. Guess what, Officer Tatum? Guess what, boy? Look like we got a whole bunch of white on white crime going on here, right? They're like, you talk the black on black. Make sure you talk about the white on white. Cause I saw the video when you was crying when Charlie Kirk got offed. Nigga was boo-hoo crying. Literally. And I don't seen countless videos of this nigga. Oh, they killed Charlie. Oh, they killed Charlie. Oh, Lord, they killed Charlie. No, white folks killed Charlie. Say that. White folks killed Charlie. Say that. White folks tried to take out the president of the United States. Say that. Anyways, yeah, sorry about that. I kind of got nigga that shit. The thing about that whole ass nigga got me mad. Shout out to Corporate Texas. Hey, okay. What it say, fam? He say Corporate Texas he say Warren Buffett has been at Bud Crawford fights a lot. The cop is a liar. It's like a cop saying, I don't know who Will Smith is in Philly. Yeah, shout out to Old School. Hey, okay. Shout out to the Nigerian Nightmare. Hey, okay. Shout out to Polo Buck. Hey, okay. Shout out to Damn It Coach Ron. Hey, okay. G5 from the Bronx. Hey, okay. This all the super chatters. Mother King Boxing. Hey, okay. Shout out to Louie. Hey, okay. Shout out to Phil. Hey, okay. Shout out to Derek. Hey, okay. Shout out to I Am Cam. Hey, okay. Shout out to Kevin Bonin. Hey, okay. Shout out to Ryan. Hey, okay. Shout out to Yeah It's Me. Hey, okay. And shout out to that girl Green Eyes P. Hey, okay. Get a round of applause. Yeah. Like, yeah. It is what it is. Matter of fact, do we have some super chats? Look like we have some. Look like we had a super chat. Yeah. Look like we have one. Cash out. My bad. Listen, shout out to Damon. Salute to you, fam. Hey, okay. Anyways, I'm gonna give everybody a shout out. Y'all know what it is. Let's give a shout out to. Yeah, matter of fact, shout out. Listen, man. Let's give a special shout out. Shout out to Terence Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? We had a hell of a weekend. Everything was good. Real good. Everybody happy, this and that. Unfortunate situation happened. The shit but I'm standing on business when it come to what happened. There's a lot more that I want to say, but I'm gonna just say this. And you can say what you want to say. Any blogger or whoever may be watching this, what the police report says, what that officer said, for justification why he pulled this gun out, and what really happened is what he said that happened is a goddamn lie. I can't wait till that video footage get released. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Cracker, that cracker told a bold-faced lie. I get it. I get it. I get it. Trust me, I do. Shout out to the hood.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy. every time I see that, he said, I want to dedicate this show to the hood. I love y'all. You know I beat that boy.
You sound like a bitch. Bitch. Man, I ain't worried about jail. Shit, man, I don't give a damn about going to jail. Nigga, take me to jail.
Take me to jail?
Shit, lock me up.
Lock me up.
Throw away the key.
Throw away the key.
Oh, no, wait a minute, coach. We gotta wait till all the facts come out. Let's wait till all the facts come out now. We investigating ourselves. We gotta let till the facts come out. All that old bullshit. Give them the benefit of the doubt. The guy that you don't like, he never gets the benefit of the doubt. People always assume that he was the bad guy, but then when it comes to the folks who perpetrate ill will on other people, give them the benefit of the doubt. We don't ever get the benefit of the doubt. There's never no, oh man, well, you know what, maybe he had a right. Maybe he had a right to do what he did. Let's just let the investigation play itself out and let him get the benefit of the doubt. It's always one side. When Master Charlie do something, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. When Kuta Kinte is accused of doing something, oh man, that nigga deserved it.
True.
Nah.
True.
No. That shit ain't gonna fly with me. Not with me. No, sir. No, sir. It's not gonna fly with me. It is what it is, man. Shout out to yeah, I ain't, man. I don't even, you know what, man? Let's make light of the situation somehow.
I got a new program coming out for the ladies. It's called Lunch with the Doctor. It's called Lunch with the Doctor. You make a $500 donation to FDMG Academy, ladies. $500 donation to FDMG Academy, and you get a free lunch with Dr. Umar, restaurant of your choice in the state of Wilmington, Delaware. I said we got a new program called Lunch with Dr. Umar. Private lunch. Ladies, you got to donate $500 to the FDMG Academy, and I will take you to lunch, private lunch, any restaurant you want in the state of Delaware. It's called Lunch with the Doctor, and it costs you $500. You don't pay for the lunch, I pay for the lunch. Any restaurant in the state of Delaware. Oh, yes. Brothers, don't hate. We got to stop hating. Brothers, we got to stop hating. Don't hate, my ninja. Because if I ask your wife if she want that luncheon, if I ask your wife if she want that luncheon, if I ask your baby mom, do she want that luncheon with the doctor, we know what she gonna say, ninja. Don't test my intellectual gangster. If I roll up on your girlfriend, your live-in prisoner, you call a girlfriend. If I roll up on your live-in prisoner, your romantic prisoner, you call a girlfriend, who ain't there because she want to be, she there because she got to be. If I roll up on your romantic prisoner, my brother, if I roll up on your romantic prisoner, you call a girlfriend who living with you because she got to, not because she want to. Do she want that lunch date with the doctor? Do your wifey want that lunch date with the doctor? I think we all know the answer to that. Me and you are not the same. I keep telling you that. Me and you, we not the same. You not 6'3", dark chestnut Cocoa Brown with the North Philly beard. You ain't Leo King. Ninja, you ain't Pan-Africanist #1. Nobody flying you to every continent to hear what you got to say. Only me. Don't make me take my t-shirt off and turn into King Kong right now. Don't make me beat my chest. Don't make me beat my chest. King Kong. Stop playing. Yo, shout for season, man. Shout for season, man.
Yeah, man, King Kong consciousness. What Dr. Umar at? Yeah, what Dr. Umar? what Dr. Umar at? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where's Dr. Umar? Where's Dr. Umar when you need him? Look here, fam. I need you to put down the Pan-African movement for a minute. You know, we need to bring the Pan-African movement to the OPD. You know what I mean? And see, can we revolutionize it? Get somebody some kente claws and some. And give them some kente cloths and some dashikis and kufis and stuff like that. That's what we need to do. We need to do that, fam. It is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody. I'm gonna give everybody a shout out right after these messages. Hey man, shout out to my main man, Mr. Tomato. Hey, Mr. Tomato Can, what's up, fam? Hey man, it was so many people here today. I ain't even see my dog. That's my dog there, Mr. Tomato Can. Shout out to Mr. Tomato Can. Hey, Mr. Tomato Can, check this out. I was at the parade. I had the flag, brother. Brother, I kept my word. When I went to the parade, The people to tell you, I had everybody laughing, but I had I had some people mad, like, man, why you got that flag right on there? But I told you I was gonna represent for the dude who threw the flag down because Canelo lost. You know what I mean? Which Canelo's a hell of a fighter. I ain't never gotten that bad to say about Canelo. I told y'all, I said I'm gonna take the flag to the parade, and that's what I did. I kept my word. I did everything I said I was gonna do. I represented. Showing up, did I represented? And for real though, there was a lot of Mexican boxing fans that was there at the parade as well. That was a part of the parade. You know, for real. I was in a black Bronco, and I forgot what kind of vehicle it was that was ahead of me. But those guys, I want to say, were they on a truck or damn, I forgot. You know what? I forgot what they was in. But yeah, they had on because the dude had on Viva Mexico on there and all that stuff there, and he was just in the parade, and it was a bunch of them. You know what I mean? So man, shout out to those boys. But yeah, I told y'all I was gonna do that. I kept my word. I kept my word. I said, yeah, man. You know, shit, we got like boys say. He said, man, Mexican boxing fans. He said, they're my people too. You get what I'm saying? You're a fan of the sport of boxing. You know, they're my people as well. You my fan, and you like me. You my people. You know, so I totally agree with that. It is what it is. But shout out to Lady Shan. Shout out to Polly Walnuts. Sheila, what's good? Shout out to B Murray. Let's see. Shout out to Daniel Agnew. Shout out to Summer in November. Shout out to La Jessica. Nada Great. Shout out to Mika. Shout out to Legacy Mindset. G5 from the Bronx. D Dubs. I am Cam. Let's give a shout out to all of the callers as well. Shout out to Terence Crawford. Sorry you had to go through that. Shout out to brother Qasim. Salute to you, fam. Do apologize. Y'all look this brother up on Facebook. His name is Qasim Shabbazz. Y'all look him up on Facebook. Matter of fact, I'm going to drop his link right here. Y'all follow this guy. He's solid as a rock. He the real deal. His brother's the real deal. He stand on business. The dude right here stand on business. So I was fearful for both of these guys because this Terence Crawford. So we saw the officer acting with the gun. Then I'm fearful for him because you see how big he is. This brother here is 6'5", 260. Big black man, bulletproof vest, security. You can just imagine, you know. Oh, now wait a minute. Those guys, you know, this guy's exaggerating. He's playing victim and all that stuff there. Yeah, whatever. Nigga, whatever. You're not going to dismiss this. I'm standing on business. When it comes to this, it is what it is. Let the chips fall where they may. It is what it is. I'm gonna do the right thing. I have to. And again, I still held back a lot of stuff I wanted to say, but it is what it is, fam. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Again, we know freedom is the road that's seldom traveled by the multitudes. And these are the two most people that's despised in the world: the truth and people who tell the truth. The lie is running things today. And it's been running things for years. But the truth and people who tell the truth, and you are a truth teller, ain't nobody gonna like you. You're gonna go through some hardships more than others. That's the reality of the situation. It's a cross that I'm more than proud to bear. I'm more than proud to bear this cross. Because I know I'm walking for what's right. I do a solo dolo, I ain't got no problem with that. As the officer said, you got big shoulders. Yeah, I got strong ass legs too. Whatever burden I got to walk with to tell the truth about my brothers, that's what I'm going to do. I don't give a fuck. True. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Shout out to Wiles. Dropping a half a dub. He said on July 16, 2009, Harvard University professor Henry Louis Gates Jr. was arrested in Cambridge, Massachusetts, home by a local police sergeant, arrested in his own house. Okay. Thank you, fam, for letting us know that. Shout out to Discernment. Dropping that $2 super sticker. Let's continue to give everybody a shout out. Hold on. I got to give y'all. Y'all follow Shabazz, man. This brother right here, man. This brother right here. You know what I mean? So, y'all follow him on Facebook, man. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Facebook too as well. Y'all follow him. Hold on, let me type this in there. That brother stand on business, bro. There you go, right there. Now let's shout out to, let's give a shout out to the callers. Shout out to Trey. Freddie from Oakland. Jamie from New York. Just the guy, Omaha. Martin from Oaktown. Damian from the Bronx. Killer Man from DC. JD from North Omaha. Ron Boy Fresh DC. Coach Eddie from the ATL. Shout out to Tammy from North Omaha. Shout out to Caleb from Indianapolis. Ted from Dallas. Sheila from Cali. G from North Omaha. Mike from Omaha. Shout out to Corey from Texas. Shout out to Mr. Holmes from Jersey. Eric from Lincoln. Cora from B-More. Quan from Omaha. Sheila from Houston. Shout out to Cam from Omaha. Willis, shout out to Willis Malone from Virginia. Shout out to Sonny from Connecticut. Mitchell from the Chi. Jared from Tampa. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Shout out to Cam. Dropping our quarter of a dub. He said, our day of truth and vindication is coming soon. We're going to talk big shit and tell big jokes. Then I'm already writing my comment. Said, okay, cool. Shout out to Jamie. G5. I said Lady Shan. I said Mika Lovem. Native Great. Shout out to Cooking with Sir Senior. Shout out to Changing Addresses. Marta King Boxing. Can't forget about Chastity. Salute, sis. Yeah, Chastity. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Tila. Oh, Tila. Hey, you know what? Hey, listen. I saw Tila at the parade. Hey, listen. I'm on the. Hey, Tila. Tila tell y'all I had the flag around my neck. Tila, did I not have the flag around my neck? Tila saying, Coach, because I was standing up in the Bronco, waving at everybody, you know, big, hyping it up, stuff like that. And I saw Tila, man, and Tila like this, Tila. Man, shout out to Tila, man. Shout out to Tila, man. Shout out to Superman. And shout out to the entire North Omaha. Salute to everybody, man. It is what it is. Man, look, man, yeah, man, I'm also, anybody who got any questions, you can refer back to this live show. I try to edit it and repost it or whatever. I don't know, chop it up, repost it, whatever. I try to do that. But y'all that's what I do. I probably repost it. But y'all, it is what it is, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Y'all know what time of TI is, man. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace. I get at y'all.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.